Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, folks. Welcome to SKTV. Welcome to today's edition. Welcome and welcome. Let me make a quick connection here with the team. Mark will be joining us, folks. Let's share the show. Tell us where you're following us from, please. When you join us, you will not die. You will not die if you tell where you follow us from. Trying to connect with my man Milborn from Liberia. It ain't easy. Folks, the content meet is on. Let's share the show, please. The content meet is on. Today I will be revealing the teams I will be supporting. The teams I will be supporting this content meet. Let's share the show in the meantime. Milborn, how are you? I'm not sure if Milborn is getting me. Milborn, can you hear me? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Milborn. Milborn is on, but it's looks like he's not making it.
No, I'm getting you. You see that? This boy. Yeah, today is Sunday, and yes, so we got to see how best to get the things all set up. So that's what I'm doing. But anyway, how be it? A wonderful good evening to you. What's up? What going on? How have you been there from the end?
My man, today I deal the law.
Yes, indeed.
My man, all is well. We thank God today is Sunday here in Phoenix, Arizona. It's the 14th of April, as a matter of fact, 2024. The time stamp here 11:08 a.m. Last night, Melbourne. Last night was something else. We went to the barbecue, Siku and I.
Okay.
It was marvelously beautiful. We had a very good time. No, Melbourne, I ate meat and say I don't know what's going on.
Now you don't even think about even transferring or if I send someone the meat through DHL or maybe feed it or I may call it.
Did that story? You're not fasting that who was your fellow me for eating something. Eating meat. Get something.
No. Let me tell you, Steve, with the fasting thing, some of us we get our own way of fasting, right? Because mind you though, as a people of the book, they teach us how to fast. How to go about when you are fast. Even I can be communicating with you right now. I can be fasting.
But you know that the problem there. I think I have with some people, they have problem with me that we're not fasting, but we're fasting in my heart and in my head. You understand?
Simple.
And so what they get problem for?
Fasting and that, but you put a powder on yourself. I think that if you want to be look, and this thing was said in the Bible, but some of us we don't want to go that route. I can fast quietly, and you don't know.
Back in the days. The people for them to show that they were fasting, they used to put on sackcloth, they put on on there, the low funny, So they used to go far as even the dogs. They want the dogs to fast. Can you imagine that? What a punishment! And they would say the whole house should fast and all I wanted. Let me tell you something today. We're not on that level. We're on B level right now. We took God building to the next level. That level, then what is that plan level? Then what is it? You get past that and say the fasting, but then the checking out, get anything on that thing. Without that thing. That morning I got a call. And just before we get into the show, folks, let's get the show, invite other people.
That's the thing. That what about myself? I'll try sending the link to Lawrence because Lawrence
I send it to them. The thing about it is the person, the third party we normally communicate with.
Sometimes it can be easy.
But I got a call this morning. You know why Sekou and I last night? Because we had a prelude of the meat eating to Sekou's house before we went to the event, right?
Okay.
So as I chauffeur in the crib, there's a big bowl of meat that put in front of me. You know me too, now I can face things. So I started working on things. You understand? I started working on things to put myself in zero before I can go to the meat event. Because for me, I don't eat osa. You understand? No, I don't eat osa. For security reasons, I don't eat osa. So I made sure I chop myself in the crib, put my leg together, before we went outside. So while I was putting my leg together, guess what happened? I saw a show because the Americans have reported through different intelligence that Iran was planning to attack Israel.
Yeah. I think maybe later on. Go ahead anyway. But I think that one of the news too also that
I want to lay the premise because somebody called me. We need to pray for Israel. We need to pray for Israel. We need to pray for Israel. I told the person, I said, listen, As I have to speak right now, I'm eating meat. Secondly, I have no intent to waste my time and my energy. The Bible says, "My pray for Israel." I said that back in the days I believe those things. The Israel that you praying for, as we speak to you, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his military, his entire cabinet, they are having a meeting as to how to respond. They pray?
No.
No, they're not praying. That means I'll be wasting my time. For what?
I'm watching it right now as we speak. I've been watching it right now.
No, but Melbourne, you see that the problem is something wrong with us. Something wrong with some of us. Why am I wasting my time yelling in church, praying, and giving myself a hard time when Israel is planning a military action? You think that Jesus coming to go pay back to Iran? You really think so? I don't waste my time on no foolishness there. Oh, you know, pray for Israel. Pray for Israel to do what thing? To do what thing? Israel said planning to go fight. You tell me that I'm going to pray for Israel. You don't see what I say. If a prayer was really, a prayer was the answer for that particular situation, why did I pray? Why is planning military strategy and tactics? After that,
so are you telling us that faith without work, maybe that's the kind of way you want to speak? Are you telling us that faith without work is a dead faith?
You don't faith without working. That back in the day, that back in the day, only time teenagers were that scam. That scam, my brother. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Let me ask you this question, Milton. Before we get into the conversation for today.
Yeah. Quickly before we go for a break and so on, because other news is so important, and I want you to really talk a little bit about the foreign news, because most of our people, they don't care.
No, we're getting to the foreign news and the details and what's playing behind the scene. I don't want to, but let me ask you the one question. How many times would that dedicate Liberian to God?
I can't even remember, because mind you, though, we have so many if I holy holidays.
How many times would that consecrate Liberian to God?
So many times. Sometimes.
What the most recent time you remember we consecrated Liberian to God? When Charter to 1997.
I found only Charter days. Actually, I made. Apart from chat, yeah.
Wait. Let me remind you. Let me remind you. How many times after Charter to Charter himself was on the stadium that day, where everybody laying down and yelling and wasting their time? They were consecrating the nation to God. And when they finished consecrating the nation to God, and people were still disappearing in the country.
In fact, I feel that same month. Go ahead.
No, let me something. They say consecrating to God, Benny. When they consecrated the country to God, it not take too long. And they can't collect Charter and carry him, Lord Rebel and King, they was still fighting.
They were all coming, because man, you know, after all of that singing and dancing that day in the church, in fact, to SKD, I can still recall in that same month, the war and so on was still ongoing, and people were killing each other. In fact, Liberian, let me just say that Liberian were killing each other because the rebel.
My dear, to make it simple, that whole thing, the people can say counterproductive. It's a waste of time. Let me tell you something today. It's a waste of time. And we finish with all that consecration when we elected crooks and criminals then to be in leadership. And how we did? And you tell me that God told to go 11 people. We're not serious about it in that country. We're not ready yet. But we'll have a discussion. There's no things under consideration, folks. You're following SKTV. We even started the show here. Today, the show will be hot. Don't even check. Share the show. Yeah, we check.
Yeah, man. Please share the show. For those of you that listen to us via the radio, also just go straight to SKTV LRB on Facebook, and you're going to see us there live, so that you can also follow us on the internet.
Mark, let me say Mark. Mark will be joining us soon. Let me tell you something. Our people, the Liberian people, they will understand the time. Today we're having all things under consideration. We'll visit 100 days. How many more days? 8 more days from today. It will make it 90 days.
Yes, indeed.
We'll make it 90 days. When I think we're stupid, we're not stupid. We'll visit that too. But not only that, we'll visit other things. You know, I get somebody there. My man, to be honest, man, sometimes we don't want to talk. We just want to lead certain people. We don't want to discuss politics. As simple as passing around. That Edwin knows will be your hero there. Every student will be your point of reference. You know how much money goes to bombing country? That they group that they form, they feel that they call it the caucus for the Western belt. That caucus.
You can start a pro show. That all let's do thing for you. Yeah, man, we share the show. Everything forget that one.
The thing they have what they call. You understand? A check about
with festival. Let it be. Yeah, indeed. So let's share the show. Yeah, let's talk about it Sunday. That move.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Mama, coming to you, Deacon. We know you, Deacon. We know you want to tell us. We coming to you. But I can't bring Lauren on. Lauren, Mama, what's up?
Come on, me, Chief. How is it?
My man, where you taking that show, Bennett? Now because you dressing weird now. If you the one going on.
Yeah. See, leader team, that leader team. I am. We are man. Yesterday, I wanted to be on the show when I eat all this. They all part of that bread. How you say?
My man, the way you the first people that say sape, the way you sape today, that's one thing.
My man, maybe do me that.
The measure partnership. Let me tell you now, still let me get the matches. Or if I the measure partnership and what you partnership here, but I think the partnership better go.
Lauren, you know the interesting part before we hear from both of you for update from you know the interesting part? Just before Melbourne could get married, I had Melbourne started dressing on the show.
Correct. Tell you.
Dressing.
No, you know that I get married 2000 by yeah.
Who said that?
No, I said waiting. Mama, I got
my. Who said you get married?
No, I said waiting.
Waiting for waiting.
I'm waiting for contact again. I'm waiting for contact again, Steve.
You're not reading Bible, man.
Well, I read the Bible. There and there. I remember now playing my call.
The men try yet. If I like Yaguazoo, right? Why you dressing like this?
My man, that small member.
So, folks, if you're just joining us, this is SKTV. Thank you for following us. Please share the show. Today we have all things to consider, all things under consideration. As the topic is today, we'll be talking a lot of different things, including international politics, what's going on around the world. But just before we do that, as always, the Liberian people are the most important people on earth. Most importantly, the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. You know, sometimes when I say that, some people feel some way. You know, my mom, my auntie, and my late grandma, you know, they all invested in me a lot. And so, as we speak, you know, the women are really, really, you know, yeah. So we gotta show respect. You understand? So that being said, you know, the other time somebody look at me and say, "Oh, why you gonna be saying that thing on the show? Then you let woman be or whatever." But I woman born me now, and I'm funny man. No, I'm not a funny man. I'm a straight man. I let woman be that woman born me. Just so you know today. Yep. If that how you see it, I'm not worried about that. But let's get to the issue. Let's hear from Melbourne. Before we get into other news here, Melbourne, my man, what's up? How the country? Just before you say anything about the content, let me tell you the contest that I'm cheering for. Quick, I won't go straight to cheering for. I believe in it, understood, you know, on turns here. My first country I cheering for Lofa country. Just so you're yay. I cheering for country 100%. My second country that Magibi. My third country I cheering for that Maryland.
Wow,
oh no, I tell you right now. So if you're on your bass or then you're on your muscle rather than you're been on your own, I see Melbourne bouncing around Grand G 2024. Slow down.
Yeah. So you are supporting Lofa. That's good. Anyway, thank you for that.
I'm from Lofa, Kakata. Right on the road. I was born in Kakata.
No one.
We para Kakata. We para Kakata.
Listen. I see Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Because you never know. Yeah, I understand it.
Lawrence can't do well though. I'm saying that Lawrence not dragging the Nima people like
But wait,
My brother.
I suspect
My man, I'm from Bon County. I better man. Lead out TC. Lead out T. You know the problem
people. Wow.
The Nimaya will not beat us. The Nimaya will not beat us and part to our country to go Nima country. That one when I agree. So we'll beat them and suppress them. Lead out TC.
Oh,
that's not leaving.
By the way, let's get Monk. Mr. Monk, Melbourne, I beg you. Let Lauren go first. Let's hear updates from him. You will be the last, then we'll get other news really quick.
All right.
Lawrence, my man, what's going on? What's going on in the town? What in your end of the country? What's going on? Any updates?
Well, yeah, we okay. We okay here. It's just that we are waiting for our lawmakers to push the issue of China Union. As you may be aware, that issue is before plenary, and China Union is supposed to live up with that obligation, the MDA that was signed 2009. As you may be aware, China Union is the biggest investment ever in the history of Liberia, $2.6 billion investment. So we are awaiting them to live up with what is ensured in the MDA, because the representative or Famula is pushing the issue. And before that, Barclay had been pushing that issue before 2017. She wrote plenary and a team of lawmakers visited bomb mines and visited the site. We never got any here until on it. I whole thing get 11 here today. Now our family is in the city, he's pushing the issue as well. So we're still watching to see whether China Union will live up with the MDA, because there are a lot of things they're supposed to have to do for us in this part of a Bon County, especially the affected community. Because when it comes to the issue of the development, Bon County, Montserrado, Margibi, they are the beneficiary of China Union, because the rail run through Montserrado, Margibi as well. Portion of the concessions in Margibi and portion of it is in Bon County. So we're still waiting to see whether the caucus will be able to push China Union to the issue that they can be able to live up with the MDA, because since 2009 to 2024, they've gone a length of time. Nothing yet. As we speak, we don't have electricity, we don't have power, running water, we don't have good housing facility, nothing for the workers. We stay Isa. If you visit Bomai, people who knew Bomai before, when they come to Bomai, the only thing about it, the quota, you round the quota when you reach the main gate, the place we used to call main gate before, when the former company was here, the bomb mining company, there where the quota stopped, then you would drive all the way in the heart of the town on a dusty road. And the whole concession area, the Bodota, the Benuma, the Bontown is no longer existing. So we're still waiting to see whether China Union will live up with the MDA.
Yeah, but you are saying that we're waiting for the update from the concession, from it went to plenary, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we hear from them on that, definitely. So now we're checking with the representative that was on here the other time to give us some information. We're definitely checking with them.
Yeah, Steve, let me just before when he appeared on our platform, he said the fact finding from the meeting that they heard, the fact finding from the caucus of visitation is on his Facebook page. People should go there. But here comes the problem. How many of our people, our older people who living in a various town or village will be able to go on Facebook to get the information, to be able to flag it out to one another? Because what happens is that once the men leave and they sit there and go in the bushes and tell the people, say, oh, this is what happened. The people actually, they will go by it because they are not really following the issue. Our people come from the farm, they go straight in and live by the city Benin.
Right.
I think you were on the platform when he made that pronouncement. The information is on his page. People should go there. He even told me, say one of my colleagues went there to download it, to get it. But how many people will follow it?
Yeah, we'll try to reconnect with the representative to ask him some questions about it. Then we have the opportunity to download the document, do all the stuff. Thank you so much, Lauren. Let's hear from Melbourne. Melbourne, my man, what's up? What's going on, bro?
Yes, thank you so much, Steve. Let me thank to our colleague Lawrence, and good evening to all of you. Business Monk, what's up, Chief?
Yeah,
wonderful people. Yeah, indeed, we gotta welcome our brother Business Monk. What's up?
What's up, guys? I'm here.
We don't even know which country are you supporting.
Man, I don't
People
support
welcome it. People welcome President Monson Russell.
I don't follow the country. For me, I think it's just about entertainment. There is no program to solidify the national team. I don't know where the country league leads to. The domestic league is not as competitive, so the county me more of an entertainment thing. I don't see the end result, so I don't have a county. I don't support anything. I just watch it just for the sake of watching it when I got free time.
Good. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah. So indeed, I may go straight into what happening here for us here in the capital city. Indeed, today is the 14th of April, and for a matter of fact, today the second Sunday in the 4th month, and there are a lot of Christians we're seeing today in a various places of worships, and they were all seeing worshiping the Almighty Creator. So indeed, that's a thing that usually happen on the Sunday. To move forward, with a lot of things happening on last night with the news coming up from Bonneville Junction about a lady called Amanda Nimbo. Amanda Nimbo was attacked and killed by armed robbers at the Bonneville Junction on last night. And when that news broke up this morning, actually, that it really got all Liberians, wondering as to what really went wrong. But according to our witnesses, they said that in fact she was stabbed multiple times after resisting to give her hand back at the Bonneville Junction. So that one is sad news for us here back home, especially in the capital city. And with the tournament that usually bring our people together, or the county sport meets kick up on today, and there are a lot of counties that have been played except Lofa County. Lofa County will be played on Wednesday, but apart from Lofa County, almost all the 14 counties are played, and they are playing both kickball and a lot of football, and there are a lot of results coming up as we speak, both in the kickball and the football. But we don't want to give all of the results because, mind you, there are other games that have been cancelled, especially Grand Jene and that of River G game has been cancelled due to heavy rainfall in that part of Liberia. So indeed, and I was just watching about a media conference or press conference being held by the people whose homes were dominated by a group of people right there at the Kelly Junction. Man, you quite recently there was the news about a demolition exercise that went on at the Kelly Junction, where so many homes were dominated, and the people there, they are calling for government to come to their aid. They are calling for many Liberians or those philanthropists to come to their aid. So as we speak, there are press conference ongoing, and they are calling on all Liberians to come to their aid because they have nowhere to sleep because of what been happening to their homes or to their horses. They feed them that been destroyed by the landowner, or we can say that for clarity for our people out there, that indeed those people's homes were destroyed, defeated by caterpillar and by the owner of the land. So far so good, Steve, Virginia Monk, and that Lawrence. These are something happening back home, especially in the capital city.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Milborn. A lot of things. Yeah, I saw the story from I think Amanda, or I'm not sure what her full name is, but I did see that story. I read about it. I would be careful on SKTV, as to not to make it political. For us, we're trying to gather some of the facts from beyond close to, because that's just a part of the writing, right? So especially in terms of death, we want to tend to get some of these information for some of us, before we can have this conversation. But all in all, it's tragic. It's not a good thing. We also read about a story about someone dying in police custody. We're still following up with that story as well. A gentleman died in police custody. We're yet to authenticate that on SKTV 100%. Unsubstantiated reports coming into us here. And so we are taking all of these factors into consideration. These are not good, these are not good news, to be very honest. These are very discouraging and disappointing news. But Monk, let's get to you here, my man. Across the world, we're hearing from Liberia. But across the world, we are also hearing from, it's very interesting. Iran decided to attack Israel. And, like I said, I got a call from someone who told me, let's keep Israel in prayer. And I told the person to stop wasting my time.
prayer.
Benjamin Netanyahu and other people are sitting right now strategizing as to how to respond.
Yep.
And you're telling me to keep Israel in prayer. If prayer was so important, why Benjamin Netanyahu they're not praying? Why they're not speaking long and fasting and jumping all around, making noise in the community? Why they're not leaving it to God?
Yeah. You look at a group of people that build one of the most sophisticated military on the planet with the best intelligence in the world. You're talking about prayer. They're getting ready to respond. I mean, the last time I checked on X for the latest update, the Iranian released 185 drones, 110 surface-to-air missiles, and 36 cruise missiles that is in the air flying towards Israel. And Israel got something they call the Iron Dome system. Is one of the most effective in the world when it comes to protecting themselves. Their missile defense system, including portion of the U.S. base, was also hit. And you said it right, that they are in a strategic military meeting waiting to respond within the next 48 hours. So I tell people we are in an election year in America, and World War III, we are on the doorstep of World War. And it will either come from Ukraine or from Iran. One of these two will be the trouble spot for the war. And people are saying it. It's coming to reality. I think it was 2 weeks ago when I told you about this stuff that happened. You know, history has a way of repeating itself. When you go into the history of Iran, when the British mandate that brought confusion when it came to partitioning land in the Middle East, Iran used to be an open society under the leadership of Mohammad Reza. They used to call the Shah, that was toppled in 1989. The Shah at the time, the British had, it was all about oil. That's why I tell people government is all about business. At the end of the day, every major power in the world is either fighting for resources. That's all it is. Iran being one of the countries with the most oil reserve, the British at the time had to deal with the Shah. You know, the Shah, he was educated in Switzerland. So he had Western ideology. When he became president, he opened Iran when it comes to roads and infrastructure and education, eradicating malaria and everything. So, but the problem in Iran at the time was under the Shah, they had this guy who they call Mohammad Mossadegh. Mossadegh was an Iranian prime minister. He was a parliamentarian. Mossadegh had a whole different view when it comes to the wealth and the resources of Iran. He wanted to take the British control of Iranian petroleum and nationalize all the resources by kicking the British out. So it brought confusion in the Shia administration. And there was riot, and that's how the Shia started getting weaker and weaker. But then when Mossadegh led the revolution, the Shia fled Iran and he went to Egypt for safekeeping, what we call about Indo-exile. But what the American did, the American and the Iranian, they came together, formed a strategic plan, and the opposition at the time, they kicked Mossadegh out and brought the Shia back and reinstated the Shia. I mean the Shah, which is Mohammad Reza. When Mohammad Reza came back, he tried to do some reform, to make everybody happy, to settle the government. And he told the British, now, you know what? All the oil consultants in Iran, we're going to be sharing the revenue 50-50. And by then, he even increased his policy by started making more investment. There were times in Iran that there were more than 100,000 Jews. You know, Jewish people get at the Mandingos, they are merchants, they are business people. They all over the world. When it comes to banks and business, that's their thing. They understand. So they have more Jews or Israeli that were residing in Iran permanently. But then guess what happened in 1979? There were people in Iran that believed that the Shia was too westernized. And the diehard, the radical, the one that called the fanatic, they believe at the time that Western civilization is antithetical to Islam, to the teaching of Islam. That had the Shia cleric you call now, or the Ayatollah Khomeini, Rouhani came and he led a revolution to kick the Shia out of Iran. And on April 1st, 1979, he declared Iran as an Islamic republic, suspended the constitution, and came up with a theocracy or religious form of government. And since then, Iran have never known any better. So you can tell that they got a similarity between the Togo and from Liberia. It was the same thing. Certain radicals that don't know how to run a society with a twisted mentality come and destroy a great civilization.
Mark, the issue here is this is bigger than this is bigger than what people think or what they see. Like you said earlier, this is highly not only politically motivated. No, this is the full unveiling of other political powers playing behind closed doors. For example, you and I were talking these few days about Russia's trying to insert themselves in Africa, right? Most recently, the Americans were asked to leave Niger. Guess what? The Russians are deploying their troops in Niger as we speak, right? And so, whether it's the whole Gaza and the whole the guys from close to Israel there, and all these other different people, I mean, what is the point of Iran showing their hand at this point? Because whether you like it or not, a lot of different U.S. intelligence reports have asserted that the Iranians are undercover backing most of these things, most of these rebel groups. They're pushing it and so forth. So what is the issue here? What's going on? I listen to the foreign minister of China, right? I listened to the foreign minister of China, who his position was strategic. He doesn't want to condemn Iran 100%, but he also doesn't want to condemn the move that he made, So he tried to play middle, but do you think these guys are involved? Both Russia and I haven't heard from Russia yet. Russia hasn't condemned this. Other superpower, other world leaders are condemning this action. Fully they're condemning it. But these guys are saying Russia is sitting there and saying, we're not going to get, they're tripping. What say you?
Every time there's a major political event, that's why I tell people, if you follow geopolitics, you will know how to make decisions on your domestic policy when it comes to because the geopolitics is what it almost like, Steve, you know the difference between your domestic and geopolitics? Your domestic politics is like they told you and myself to go and do a survey of a particular area, right? And they put you in a car and you're driving on the street. You can only see as far as the length of the street. You cannot see beyond the street you are driving on. And then they gave me an helicopter to fly over the whole city. Who you think going to get a better view of the city? The one that's in the helicopter. Yeah, when you understand the geopolitics, you will always notice that every major political uprising around the world, just watch the action of the US, China, and Russia. That's all it's all about. Who want to get more stake? Who want to get more control? Who want to exert themselves as a superpower? Who wants the most resources? It's always Russia, China, and the US, and maybe with the EU, because the EU now is seen as one body. So that's one of the reasons America don't want to interfere, because America knows that China and Russia is behind Iran. Iran will not be brave to challenge the US. So they know that if you get to Israel one way or another, America will have to step in. And that's how it leads to world war. World wars always start on a smaller scale and exacerbate to something bigger. That whether it was World War I, World War II.
Yeah, but there's been huge outpour there's been huge outpour of calls from different world leaders for intervention, even the United States. Let me say the United States, the United Nations, and other, key stakeholders around the world, that this thing, they should take it easy, they should relax, they should chill, and they should find a reasonable conclusion to this. But Netanyahu, who is the prime minister of Israel as we speak right now, many people have criticized him. Some have even called, there's currently a demonstration in Israel for him to step down. That he got too many noise and he too high. He doesn't listen. What say you before we move on into our politics?
They did the same thing with Sharon, that he's called a lion in Israel. Every prime minister understands the Middle East. And Netanyahu is just somebody who the whole thing about diplomat. Netanyahu knows exactly who he's dealing with. He knows the objective of the Iranian and what they want to achieve in the Middle East. You see, Iran is not only going after Israel. Iran want to be the dominant force in the entire Middle East. That's how today they are taking over Iraq by using the Shia-backed militia. That's why they got an insurgency group right on the doorstep of the Saudis through the Houthis rebel. That's how they get Hezbollah in Syria, because they know if you want to engage the Jewish state in a conventional warfare, they know that would not be a battle they would be able to win. So they use proxies to cause damage on Israel. That's why you see Iran is almost everywhere. Anywhere you get Shia militia, it's Iran that support. They got the resources, they got the side of the economy, they got the military to support. Why do you think the Israelis were able to kill those 7 Iranian generals in the Syrian embassy? Because they were planning to go and attack Israel, just like the way they killed the previous general. So it's the same old thing. I just seen one of the comments from, I know they call it Insurmountable, and he said, I don't see the sense in what Mong is comparing to Iran and Labrador. Iran and Labrador have similar story. on the years of President Tobo, when Liberia was doing great, when Liberia was at the pinnacle of her success, these same religious, your Moja, your Pa, your so-called progressive movement, they came up with the idea that the country is being corrupt, that there is unequal distribution of wealth, that few people enjoy. Guess what? When they took Tobo, what became of Liberia? After 44 years, you are one of the worst ever. You are at the worst stage ever since the creation of Liberia. So that's the similarity I'm talking about. When you get great leadership, people with an open mind that want to grow a society, then you get few radicals with no idea how to run a society other than on sentiment. They come and destroy great country. That's the line I'm trying to draw.
Monk, some people would argue, because speaking about now we're transitioning to the Liberian politics, because before we get there, we gotta examine and talk about the impact of this whole Middle Eastern conflict in the West, the economy, and how the pepper seller, the pempen runner, people who go from the bush to pick cassava, how the economy, because at the end of the day, it comes down to the economy, how it will impact them.
Yes.
So how does this whole geopolitics, this whole fighting, now the whole world got to now divert now to Iran and Iraq? You know, I mean, let's look at it. The whole world got to look at Iran and Iraq. What say you? How does that impact? We haven't even gotten done with the war yet in what the plan with Russia and
Russia and Ukraine.
In Ukraine, we have not even gotten done with it yet.
Yes.
And that impacted, whether you like it or not, it impacted the economy in Liberia to some extent, especially in terms of food, and all of that commodity things went up. That's just the truth of the matter. That's not something that you can play politics out of. That's not something that you can use as a campaign slogan or whatever it is. It played impact. And when some people say, "Oh, and what does the what I get to do with all, and what does everyone get to do?" Well, it has a lot to do with us in Liberia. It has a lot in terms of food, in terms of commodity, in terms of trading, and all these different things. What say you, my man, Monk? What say
the reason being, like I keep telling you, that's the whole essence of geopolitics. The reason being, the war is interconnected. We are more connected than any time in history because of technology. And they get something in economy they call speculation. The whole stock exchange, whether it's the New York Stock Exchange, whether it's the Nikkei, the Japanese Composite, or the one in London, the London Stock Exchange, every time there is a conflict, they got people behind the scene that we call speculators that are making the calculated move that will impact the whole global economy. So you understand that Iran is one of the major suppliers of oil in the world, and energy is what fuel an economy. That's why they call it black gold. It was the reason when the central banks around the world came from the whole Bretton Woods system that we talk about on the same show, that every country currency was backed and reserved by gold. The moment Richard Nixon get rid of the gold standard, you know what became the new gold? Oil. Everybody need oil to fuel the economy. Every industrialized country on the planet, they need energy. The factories, the machines that you run, they are fueled and powered by energy. You cannot have a stronger country without a strong economy. So that's why you see every country with oil, there is always conflict. Because the power broker, the major players, they all want access to the control of oil. And don't forget, oil is the leading factor behind what we call transportation, the movement of goods and services. So when oil price increases because of some geopolitical event, what do you think is going to happen to the rest of the commodity, the agro oil, the rest you are buying, the chicken soup? How do you think they get to Liberia? That ships that can bring them. Why do you think power those ships? Energy. At the end of the day, the entire world relies on energy. The one who controls his energy supply, is the one that will control his economy. Why do you think Russia is in Ukraine? Energy. Because when the Soviet Union built that empire, Ukraine was very strategic. Ukraine is like the engine of the Russian empire. All their science laboratory, all their scientists, all their oil pipeline that runs to Europe passes through Ukraine. So whenever there is a war between Russia and Ukraine, rest assured, the rest of the world will catch the flu when they sneeze. That's just it.
Yeah, and the truth of the matter also is, we have increasing prices around the world in distribution of commodities and foods and other things like that. Even at the port and other places, these things will rise up. And so you have, even in the U.S. as we speak now, you have inflation and other things. We term it as inflation here. Yep. So that means, in other words, for you who listen on the radio, If somebody just saying you $100 every day and start sending $75, you still need to tell God thank you and start acting there to say that person owe you something or they must do it for you. When not saying the $100, if it makes better than saying the $100, go to the American embassy and go protest it.
See, we talked about something on the show. The last time I mentioned something. America is our highest level of inflation within 44 years. The cost of living is getting so high in America that people are just literally existing rather than traveling. If you follow the real news, I'm talking about the one that is shown in the mainstream, because the mainstream is all politics. If you really dig deep, you will find out that there are certain states in America that people are living and migrating to places that are cheaper to live. California being one of them. The biggest migration that ever happened in recent memory, it happened in California. You're looking at a 2-bedroom apartment that's more than $2,500, $2,000 on average. And people's income are now rising up to meet the cost of living. So you see people from New Jersey, people from New York, people from California and Chicago or Illinois, they are moving further down into the South, places like, let's just say the Georgia. That's why you see Georgia has become overpopulated, places like Florida and Texas, because they believe it's much cheaper to live rather than in the state. Now, if the average Liberian that take care of their relatives and friends in Liberia is finding it difficult to pay their bills, what do you think is going to happen to the Liberian economy when it comes to remittances? It's going to drop significantly. So think about adding the Ukrainian situation, the Russia situation. It's going to get tougher on you than any other time, because if people here cannot afford for themselves, they won't be able to scratch against to you. And that's how you get affected.
And whether you like it or not,
that's just the reality.
Just so you know, folks, those of you who are listening, whether you like it or not, just so you know, today we want on SKTV to inform the Liberian people your gas price will go up. You're here today. The exchange rate will go up. You're here today. Again, let me be clear on this show. We have always been clear, and we'll reiterate or we'll restate or we'll say what we said before in different ways, shapes, and forms. I know some of you are already stuck in your head that we are against the government and we don't like the person, we don't like that person. That is your opinion. It's not a fact. The fact of the matter here is this. Prices will go up. It's just the truth of the matter because of what's happened around the world.
Yes.
That's one. The second thing that will happen, things will get tough and hard in Liberia.
For sure.
Please, nobody should come and say, oh, you're wishing or bar or whatever it is. No, it's not about wish. It's just the fact. When you see these different wars and these different conflicts and confusions around the world, that money business, that different
money.
And so we have to make sure we bring this up. We're not here to back government or to support government. That's not our role. And we're not also here to fight government. But we have to tell you what the truth is for you to realize it and stand. Now, here is the important part of it. How the government communicates, manages, and the government talks to the people about these different things to make them to understand, prepare themselves. It's up to the government. It is up to the government. That's our role. But we have to hint you as to some of the things that are going to happen. Gas prices will go up. Rest price will go up. The rate exchange will go up. It will be tough. Let me tell you the truth. It will be tough. All that thing you see them men passing around 100 day deliverable, the other one. Let me tell you, my people, that's scale. We're not praying for hard time, but that's just what we're happy.
And let me tell you something, Steve. Let me just tell you something. Another thing that's been happening in this country, and it get that the media can cherry pick when it comes to giving people information because everything is weaponized for political reason. Monsignor brother or Thomas Aweji just made a comment. Things are so tough in the U.S. Can you believe that Americans living along the borders in California, they choose to go live in Mexico and come back to work in California because of the cost of living? That it saved them more money. Think about that 1 second. Than the American living in San Juan or the bordering cities along the Mexican border. They have moved across the border to stay in Mexico, but will drive maybe a couple of hours every day to come back and work in America just to save themselves extra money to be able to carry on their day-to-day spending activities. Can you imagine that? It's happening in the U.S. That's reality.
Yeah.
So think about that.
And some people don't get it. The things prices have gone up so much in the U.S. Things are difficult so much in the U.S. to the point that milk that used to be $150 now.
$1.50, almost $7.99.
$1 a gallon of milk. The small gallon of milk then that used to be $1.99. You know, so it came out a certain time to $102, $1.02. You know, $1.25. it go all to $3, almost $4. In some states, it's $5 or so forth. Let me say this to our people listening to us on the radio. And it doesn't mean when the team prices go up, that means your pay increases. That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. So if your salary was $40,000 a year, it doesn't mean when the team prices go up, that means your salary will turn to $50,000 or $60,000 automatically. That's not how it's working around the world. That's not how it's working in the United States. Go ask people. These things are not balanced. The equilibrium is not there. So that means financially, the everyday people will get hit by these things. Your people who get your mortgage. You listen to that. Even the credit card people. We who got credit cards. Those of who got mortgages. If your mortgage was 1,000, let's say 2,000, guess what happened? Before you make all your money, the bank will start charging your new mortgage now will start being maybe 2,300, 2,500, 2,600. They don't care because the rate have increased, and so it has to balance out. So let's say your mortgage rate was at 3%. It jumped up as we speak now. It's between anywhere from 6 to 8%. That increase go on you. So we need to understand some of these facts. We need to know some of these basic things that are happening. So let me say again. If you get your family member here and they say you small thing, they used to say you $100 and they say you $75, manage your expectation and work with them. Let me say again, we're not mean, we're not bad. But things have changed. Things have changed on this side. Let me tell you, we feel it here more than y'all. Y'all get more problem in our country more than all. Y'all get it today. Every day you're on a problem more. But y'all will say some money to we can see y'all to the club, then you're chilling, you're happy more than us.
They have no clue. Eh? No matter explain, no matter understand, no matter how you explain, that's just the reality. Because
no clue.
Yeah.
Man, I see homebody even looking sharp more than me.
More than you.
Yeah,
You see that?
Maybe is he about talking?
No, we'll come in because I have a few questions to ask Steve actually. I like the kind of
we really need to ask you all the question because I'm really been playing to ask you people.
Yeah, ask the question so we can go to the politics. Ask a question. Ask your question.
More Steve. My man said I play hard. Why again can't they say what I said to that?
That's a good question.
That's a good thing.
Let me answer the question. Let me answer. Maybe more can add off right in. Let me answer the question. You see the Liberian mentality where you can just swap. And that's how it works. You can rest assured that if there's something that you can just go to the embassy and say, let's change one family member, let me go rest myself. Many of us will want to do it. But there are systems. First of all, some people don't need a requirement to even come here. You go to the American embassy, some people let me tell you, they not go to the American embassy, they not fair. They can answer a simple question. They tell you, say, Lawrence, the person who in America, who that person to you? You start giving them run around, start talking different things. They wouldn't want to know whether that's your mom, or your pa, or that your this. You start explaining dry story. They not get time for that thing. That's the first thing. The second thing, some of our people back in the day, they say that person that your pa. We go throughout the year, you still not your pa. You go now to the American embassy, they do the DNA, that scan, and not your pa. You understand? So all of these different factors they play in. And in America, the people not coming to just swap you because you complain that the person and the country high and so forth. And let me say this, even if they were to bring some of you here and take some of us back, some of you will be as useless in this country as we are back home. Let me tell it to you again. Yes. You will be 10 times useless to the society here. In fact, you'll be a problem for your people back home because, look, let me say this. And I'm not discriminating against the people who grew up in Buduburan camp and other places. I spent time in Ivory Coast. I grew up in Ivory Coast and in Guinea before coming to the United States. Please don't take this as offense. Most of the people who came from the Buduburan camp are a bunch of serious Liberians. The only thing they care about, BM, chilling, and enjoyment. They don't get no seriousness in their lives. You know why? Because they kept them in a camp where the only thing they do from in the morning to in the night They go on the 18, they hustle, on a good time they know. And they'll do anything to live good time. And in the country, nobody can say you can have good time. But you must have a goal and be serious and focus. And some of y'all who in Labrador, let me say that you're our problem. We'll suffer, we'll send our money to y'all. Y'all will croak us. Y'all croak us. Y'all who in Labrador, most of y'all think when y'all steal from us and y'all exploit us and y'all play games with us, y'all think you're smart. But you're doing it to your own detriment. Imagine somebody work in the country, the hard-earned money. Let me tell you something. Melbourne and Lawrence. Majority of our sisters and our brothers you can see on the social media. I mean, we work very hard. Look, you know what I mean for you to be snowing? You ain't get time that you can put a lamp on to wake up. We get a lamp time that we can wake up. Some of us work 3-4 jobs to maintain, to make sure that we take care of our family then. But when we say you have small money to do our project, you misuse the money temporarily. That alone, that swear behind you, you're not serious-minded people. And so when we say some of these things are on our hearts. It is hurting us. And you say we must come in exchange. When we bring you here, they see useless mentality you're getting like, bro. Somebody sending you money. The only thing you do that to just have good time. Okay, let's say for example, if I send you 500, that 500, you know what most Liberian Labrador be worried about? How to finish that 500, they can ask me again. They will not say, let me invest that 500 in some kind of business to benefit me so I can be liability on my brother or my sister. Because that person got on a bill over there, they got other people that they got to take care of, other family members. No, you will sit down there, look for a way to finish that 500. You will call party. You will go back close and to impress people that don't like you, you don't like. You will go and go do all kind of funny things. Before you make up your mind, you blow all that 5,000 that 500 in one more. To even invest in some kind of business, you will not do it. Then when we talk, you get vexed. You say, well, then why we here? Oh, you know why we here? We here because we deserve to be here. If it may your vest, then you found where to come. You can't say we might change.
So I can ask questions from me. Yeah, but
yeah, let's see if get you when we come in.
I'm laying this
okay.
Someone can come in. I'm laying this thing and someone can come in so that we can understand. The Israelites, other nationality in America, the Nigerians, the Ghanaians. Look, these people can send their people their money. Somebody used the word discipline. That's true. They're disciplined enough to use the money for the purpose for which they send it. Some of us to the point that even land that we got, you're fed off our own land, family land. Some of us, when we come to America, when we come to Liberia, you're menacing, you're poisoning your own brother and sister and get rid of them. What sense is that? You poison your own brother and sister, then you cry later on that you're suffering. You for land business. Land business. You jealous over your own brother and sister. Why they in America and why you not here? Who are you? It made you say walk and come. Start walking. Start walking and come. So the life that we live in, I think if our people, even in the politics, let's just be honest, even in the politics, do you know that majority of our people there, whether the senators there, they don't even want us to be part of our own politics? But they can come here. They got the audacity to come here. We might leave our job there and go create town hall meeting for them. We might raise funds for them. We might get the other thing for them. They might carry like, bro. They use those same things there and go and win election. When you ask them, you become enemy. They block you. They unfriend you. Oh, they call internet citizens and we're not getting nothing to say. And we're not so to talk in the politics. The same people that our people then suffer for to bring to power. When you bring it to power, you won't hold them accountable. Oh, you become problem, you enemy of the state. We saw it with Joey now. We are seeing it with Joseph Boaka. So let's be honest with Matoso. Most of our people bound. You're serious problem for us. I'm saying it today. You're serious problem for us. You're discouraging us to the point that we don't know what to do. Somehow we don't want to be here. We want to come home. We want to spend our money to come. Even when we do our own investment there, you're on our own investment. Oh, that one, what I want thing, they'll go and come pay the thing here. And that one, wait, like so finish paying it here, we'll get rid of that one. We'll get rid of that one. That one will get rid of that one. How do you do that? So, I mean, that's why I'm a brother. So that's the issue.
Let me chime on that. I think there's why people love Escape TV. They hold diverse idea and not holding back punches like Steve just did. Look, the situation in the Western world, it's not only economical, it's also cultural, it's social, it's so many things. Let me tell you, my brother, you live in Africa, I live in America. The problem we got here going on here, you in this country is competition. You don't get a penny order your paycheck. And even your paycheck, you don't even see the physical cash. You got to come electronic through your bank account, right? Why you think your top doors in Liberia, your so-called big town lawmakers, and why you think they don't want to live here? Because the cost of living here, it takes an extreme level of discipline to live in this country.
Yeah.
That you are able to pay your bills, to keep yourself going, and to take care of people halfway across the globe. That's why some family can complain, oh, my uncle and my brother been to America for the past 20 years. We're getting a year from him. He want to make that call. He's just not in the financial position to make that call. Because the money he earns here is not even enough to take care of himself. So when you get a friend or brother or sister or mom yet that can squeeze every month just to make sure that thing go on for you over there, you better appreciate. And the reason Steve said is very simple. Think about this. Look, in Liberia, even though you don't make that much money, and sometimes in the economy, it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you spend, right? So I can tell you, if you do adjustment for inflation, if I was to give you 300 or 400 bucks in Liberia in a month, you would be better off than I'm making $4,000 or $5,000 in a month, because the cost of living, how much I'm paying relative to how much you are paying. Let's say you chum in your brother or your uncle house, you get your little one bedroom, you ain't got no much of a responsibility. You got $200-300 in your pocket, you the man. You can spend. In America, you don't have that much of a leverage. Even though your monthly income will come to $4,000 or $5,000, no, it still won't be able to take care of you and be having more left as compared to someone in an area with a lower level of expense. So let me tell people too, in as much as America is great, there's one of the reasons you see people in the diaspora, when they come here, they always advocating for better governance. Because here's the thing, the people, I tell people in the diaspora, I say, maybe you don't understand, because in Liberia, we don't do long-term projection. The people in the diaspora suffer it the most. Because every time you make a mistake back there, when it comes election time, you know who feel the pain the most? People overseas. Because a situation get tough on you. Okay, Melbourne, think about this. You're in a country in America that's already tough on you individually. Then the people who you have to take care of every month, things get tougher on them because of bad governance or bad policy or corruption. What do you think is going to happen to you here? You will crumble under pressure. And I tell people, America is a great society. I will always love this country. I was blessed enough to be here. But I tell people, if you come to America, even their own immigration policy, just look around. I tell people, countries that are doing better, you don't see that people in America, when they come here, they're coming for advanced study, they're coming for a business trip, they're coming for a job training. Look, I've never been to a job and seen someone from Japan or Singapore, Germany, or even Africa. I haven't been to a job and see somebody from maybe Lesotho or somebody from Namibia, because these countries are doing better. When a country tends to do better, people don't see greener pasture outside their country. The reason we always want to come here, we always want to try to come here, because the least thing in our society, we can barely get them. So you're looking somewhere external, you want something better. But trust me, typical example, let me give you the Africa. I know Ivorian, that one of the people that don't like to travel. And they're not the richest people on the planet. Even the people from Brazil. Brazil is now a wealthy country. But guess what? Their country is much easier to live in whenever people find comfort in their own home. Look, when you get access to healthcare, running water, roads, electricity, good education, why would you want to do in the Western world to come and work here like a slave? Yeah. Why? But the reason being, when your country is at the least, when you can't get the basic, you wake up in the morning, not even sure if you're going to eat in a day. Who wants to live in a society like that? But guess what? There are other countries in Africa that the people don't even, they can go to that embassy for visa, but trust me, that's not the number one priority, and not just the reality. Just to follow what Steve said.
So Monk, before Melbourne comes in with a question, so Monk, let me just give this simple analogy. I know some people in the feelings, and, oh, you say Ghanaian, the poor from the Liberian from Ghana. Listen, I don't take back what I say. I'm careful in what I say. I mean what I say. What I say here, the only reason why you're hurting some people are the truth. There's no disrespect. Of all of the refugees in other parts of Africa, Ghana is one of the places that produce Liberians. Most of the Liberians who came from Ghana, who I have interacted, who I have seen, they are unserious. I say most of them, I say all of them. They are very unserious. All they care about is chilling, party, and temporary amusement. They're not serious. They're not serious. And that's the truth. And you won't get there, you'll get there. But Melbourne and more. Simple thing that you can do to help us back home. Can you imagine, just for God's sake, somebody send you money, help to take care of it. You won't tell me. when somebody coming to America, 1-2 brush, you think we can use wisdom toothbrush?
Yeah.
You think we can?
The woman man Lauren wearing. I mean, something that okay.
No. That would be honest. You think we can eat bunny? You think our children again wear African clothes? Our second wear African clothes to go to church? Y'all will not do it. Y'all get to a face.
That's good.
It's
yes.
For example,
Lawrence. Lawrence.
Look, these little things when we do it, we're human beings. It motivates people. Let that person sit down to and say, wow, I was shocked when Lawrence sent me the toothbrush. I was shocked when Melbourne sent me the shirt. Look, let me tell you something. We are human too. We can eat African food. We can buy it from an African store. Let me tell you today. Even country soda. For you to even send it for us. That war. But then you get that the only thing, oh, you not send my money and you not do the way not you who? You who? What you not do for us? What you not do for us? That would be what you not do for us. We take our youth from January to December. You know we get children in here, we get family members, we get friends in here. What time? Country bread say that lightweight to just pack it in some kind of little thing and say, okay, the country bread. No. You will not do it. But everything when it comes from all day, you get there. It's time for you to we 9 months. We 9 months to yeah.
So my bastard brother, when it comes to the food aspect, I don't think some of you will really want to receive food from us because, like what you said, not too long because of the mindset that yes, some of our people back home, they are very, very wicked or maybe they are bad. Sometimes they poison people and so on. So for me, I won't support when it comes to giving food. But with the toothbrush and nothing I talk about, you are right, 100%. So let me go back to you and I'll present among and say thanks to all of you. For me, I will respectfully disagree with my colleague Lawrence on the issue of coming back and maybe the other group of people come back and another group of people go. For me, it is not in my mind of going to the US. For me, and I want to even travel out of Liberia. I want to remain here, invest here, and develop my own country. For me, if I learn every time, that's my prayer. But back to you and that business monk, with the team, I want to know as to because the kind of topics they are just so unique. And let me just add to what you just said quickly before I just ask my question. People back home here that are not working, even for some of us we are working, we're doing 1 or 2 things, right? I agree. But some of our sisters and brothers that are not even working, that are even depending on you people, they 4 to 5 iPhones. Some of them they even have iPhones that they are using, but they have no business, nothing they're doing. And because they depend on you people from that side. So that's good. We want to say thank to all of you for a job well done. But actually, I think our people are going to be open. They have to work hard for these things. They have to work hard and do business. So let me ask my question. With all of these things that have been said by you and other Brazilian monk, with that kind of a war now that we are going into, because for me, I follow all of the training news around the world. And I know things will get tough, things will get harder, and all right. Yeah. So it's like the internet we're trying to trip. So what can we do as people? Because you people on our side, let me be frank, you guys contribute almost like 60 to 70% to our economy back home. But every time talk about politics, I will see, I always see you people heavily supporting politicians, not investing into things that will transform Liberia. For me, that's there where I'm going. That's one of my serious problems with you people on our side. I see you people, some of you though, heavily supporting politicians that will always do things that will not be in the interest of the people. But you people always supporting them. And they are the same people that sometimes when they become leaders, they turn their back on you people Even they even begin to even do bad things to their own people. So what can we do as people?
Monk, go for it,
President
my man.
Monk and that is Steve.
Let me answer that question. You
Yeah,
see,
go for it.
that's why we've been pushing on this platform. We say the diaspora got to be more engaged. And the same thing, let me tell you something, Melbourne. Coming to America, I tell people, it changed nothing about you. If you are lazy, you come to America, you will still remain lazy. If you are undisciplined, you come to America, you still remain the same thing. America is just an opportunity to have an economic incentive that when you work hard, you can move forward. That's it. It's nothing more. Nobody going to teach you a different culture. Nobody going to teach you a different mindset. You will become the same. And this thing is something that is age old, like going back to our country, the way how we do things, where we now work together as a group. Everybody want to do their own thing. You can see, typical example, like Steve always talking, even when it comes to churches, you got Liberian churches all over the community. Sometimes they 4 or 5 in the church because they don't want to work together as a team to build a mega church. Everybody want to do their own thing. And you said it right. They got individuals here who will put their support beyond politicians. But you see, the thing here is it's a sad situation as well, that just because people live in America, and Steve said it right, it does not mean that you're going to change you as an individual. You got your own political leaning. You know why it's best for the country. You got alternative. You got other political leaders, but yet certain people feel. Why would you think that? A lot of guys, the people who live in America, I don't know if you guys asked that question in Liberia. Why would people that live in America be rushing back for a government job in Liberia? How many people in Liberia ask that question? That this country that we want to go to make better life, people are already there, but soon as they say politics, government job, they are the first in line. They want to come over there because the same level of discipline is the whole idea about stealing. It's about wreaking havoc on the country. So they could care less about the quality of the decision. It's all about what they will benefit individually. That's it. So the thing here is there should be a way that we and the people in Liberia, the people in the diaspora and the Liberian back home can collaborate. Because if we share opposing ideas, then nothing will work. Even because, let me tell you, Steve can go to Liberia and establish a business. Maybe he can hire 1 or 2 Liberians. He can get 1 or 2 things going for him. But the only way you can transform a society, on a holistic level, is through government policy. So if you cannot get a better leadership and better lawmakers and better institutions, guess what? Nothing is going to change for you in Liberia, no matter how much the diaspora dump in Liberia. Because, okay, you are sending money. I can tell people, okay, the diaspora contribute a significant portion of the Liberian economy. But why you send the money to? You send the money for food, school fees, hospital bill, emergency spending. We are not taking on any major programs in the country to say, okay, the diaspora, we are putting our resources together in group to build a library or to build a water filling station or to build something here. No. So even though we are putting more money, but if they're putting the money in the leak, it's like you're putting water in a leaking bucket. It's helping, but in the long run, it's the same old cycle. And you said it right. You send somebody $500, they eat it, and next month you send another $1,000, they eat it, the other month. Like, it's not going to nothing substantive. So the cycle will keep going over and over until our people realize that we share the same interest. We might not share the same political party or political leader, but at a greater level, at a greater expense, we share the same damn interest. Because if Liberia does better and people can fend for themselves back home, it takes that economic pressure from people overseas. You see the correlation right there, Melbourne, and that's just why it is. People, go ahead, Steve, if you want to come in. I think I'm saying enough.
So you know me, I let it be practical, and sometimes the way I can say or the things I can say can make people vex. I don't have problem with people getting vexed. I just want you to go and think about what I said when you come down from your anger, because people pick people's words. You know, like Monk said, the first place I know we're not going anywhere is for somebody to be in the diaspora, know what is right and what is good.
Yeah.
Yet support somebody that they know that's not right and good. You yourself, you're a problem.
Yeah.
Honest.
That's it.
So that's the first place I know we, the people from the diaspora, set ourselves up for failure. Let me say this. I can't be living in the diaspora where they got running water. I can take shower. Before I came on the show, I take shower. Then I go support somebody who will not put shower in my home in Liberia only because I want for him to give me a job. That's the first thing. The second problem we bring to you in Liberia is this. No, me, I told you your problem you're bring to all. Let me tell you the problem we bring to you. The second problem we bring to you is this. Melbourne, you know, I'm not bragging. But I won't say 1, 2 on the show here today. I can't take political job for 2 reasons. The way my nature is, I don't jump people to go and steal. I don't jump people to corrupt. I'm not in that thing. I can't fall in line. Because if Joseph Boga called me to appoint me, and Joseph Boga doing wrong, I will be the first person to come in public and say he will fire me. So I'm not going to go that route. If I would take any job in Labrador to work for the Liberian government, there are certain things that will be clear. I work as a consultant. I provide my service. I'm free. I'm at liberty to say, if you're corrupt, I will say it. You don't want to let go, let move. I'm not here for that. Secondly, the place I know say we are losers. Some of us in the diaspora, we are losers. You don't have a fitting job in America. You asking for them to appoint you as minister. They're not stealing better you going for. They're not stealing better. Show all your resume in America, what you been doing. What you think that saying that on Facebook and talking fully there all day, may you to be somebody what is all day and point B position? Let me tell you something, it's a recipe for stealing. And any president that employ that president is bringing problem to the Liberian people in Labrador. Most of our brothers and our sisters that I live from here, fighting for government job in Labrador, they have been doing nothing here. You're here today. They have been doing nothing yet. Let me show you the resume. Let me show you the resume. My man, the thing that's something. Somebody even lie about the education. They put fake degrees and funny degree there. And because they support president, so the president should get a job. Oh, my friend. That is some of the problem will bring to you over there. Let me tell you today. Another problem will bring to you is this. Another problem will bring to you is this. How can I be a free man? The way I free like this. The way I free and I like freedom. That means supposed to be slave for my friend, man. I will see somebody doing wrong. Then I can't. Because, I support the man, on the president. And then we'll go on the show. Let not be hard on the president. Let not be hard on the, our party and Monk and Seku. They are calling around for all to take it easy. First of all, let me say this. Nope, I challenge any politician in Labrador. Let me say on the show today. I challenge any politician in Labrador to say SKTV part behind you and beg you or look for money from you or whatever it is. We're not on that level. Now, when we're speaking, you can see our face, then we can put the camera on. With the friend that can say, but we want you to see we're not hiding our faces. Because you know what? We got to be clear on what we want to do. So our issue, we who from the diaspora, let me tell you the truth. We who from the diaspora, we refuse to select the best among us to support the best. We support out of political convenience or something that we get. Somebody will call me for a job and say they want me minister. And I'll be rushing to Labrador for what? For what? To do what thing? Let me tell you today, to do what thing? Let me say it today. To do what thing?
So let me just
Alexander Cummings, let me say it today. I will support Alexander Cummings if he decides to run for 2029. When Alexander Cummings wins, let me put it on the record. When Alexander Cummings wins, I'm not running behind Alexander Cummings for a job in Labrador. If Alexander Cummings call me and say, Steve, I think you can do the other job, we'll sit down and I will tell Alexander Cummings, this is what I will do. We'll write it on paper. When you mess up, I will be the first person to call. I will go in public and tell them and say, I'm not on that society or susu thing. We're not on susu thing. So we on the diaspora, look, can you imagine in America here, you can't be walking the street and throw paper down. When we leave from here, we go Labrador, we walk in the street and throw paper down. The red light, the light that I don't get to Labrador, even though someone can be working.
In fact, you people can also even Joe also even vote. That's a frustrating for the entire team. Steve, even some of you even have company, even small non business, but you even money the bad labor system yet, and you join the team. Look, my man, for me,
my brother, maybe I can see the love in your eye. I can see the love.
I know a lot of Liberians that are here from the States, that are here, that got a business, my brother, also politicians, in fact, that also doing the same bad labor politics that they met here. They want to change this.
Let me say this thing. You are talking about the jobs. Let me tell you what we do. We live from here. We know we can't sleep with a 15, 16-year-old lady in the country. Oh no, we're going beyond bars for years. We go Liberia, we mess with the people, small children and underage children. Some of us leave from here, we go Liberia, we turn to homosexual for other men there. I'm saying it. I'm not hiding my face. So let me tell you today, those in the diaspora, so your husband there, your boyfriend and your children when they go Liberia, the women for other men. You're here today. You're here today. They go there, they molest these small children there. They rape women over there. They get a small thing. They get the police money so that the police can do their job. How do you honor man yourself? When you know better, you do better. Let me say it today. When you don't leave from here and go break the law because you know you can't do that foolishness in the country. You know you can't do that foolishness in the country. So we are in essence honor money ourselves. Let me just be honest with you. We are honor money ourselves. Other people in the diaspora, the Ghanaians, the Nigerians, and other people, most of them when they leave from here to go, they contribute immensely to the country. They contribute immensely to the country. They go, they provide services, they do things, they follow the rule of law, they do other things. But not us. When we go, that when we decide not to come and make your slave, we get us, get our boy, we speak to them any kind of way. We cost them, we get them little or nothing. So we ourselves in the diaspora, let me tell you the truth, we get serious problem. Serious. Imagine the diaspora here. We got grown women there who 40, 50 there, paying other women to go and cost another set of women there. Oh yeah, we got a Christian bash and yeah, plenty. They get serious problem. Serious problem. Can you imagine this? You sit down 4 or 5 hours to discuss other people, break other people's marriages in their home. Now you married to the person. Now you love to them. Why are you sure discussing them? And guess what? Grown women and men who are working 16 hours, 12 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. Take the high-end money and send cash out to those people to cost somebody else. Look, that's why I said from the beginning. If you take somebody from somewhere that their life was not useful, you think bringing them to America will make their life useful? No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. In fact, America will even exacerbate it. It will make it worse. It will make it worse for them. I'm telling you today. So, since we don't select our
Steve, Steve, thank you very much. I think we are going to our talking point right now. Is 23 minutes past 7 p.m. in Liberia.
I know.
Hello, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Lawrence, that topic is called All Things Honor Concern of Radio. So it's the same talking point.
It's a flow. That's all.
Let me get into some politics. This thing is interesting. We are getting almost to the 100 days. We're getting almost to the 100 days. The rescue team promised us some things in the 100 days. Let me ask all of you the question, especially let's start with two of you, Lawrence and Melbourne. Here's my question to both of you guys. You're really in the 118 year. What do you think?
Get the ball started.
Melbourne, you looking at me? The 118 you scared of
Yes, no, I'm not afraid because mind you though, we always look, Steve, your name, everything, some of us will not go around begging people here and there. So we will say what we want to say, especially for the growth and development of Mama Liberia. So we move forward. With the 100 days, we have probably about 8 more days to reach 90 days, and we'll certainly tell you that indeed, maybe sometimes there are some talks that when it come about, we call it like cosmetics. Sometimes with the face, I want women that can be doing face beef, mind you though, because no matter how you cream the face, when you go into the bathroom, maybe to wash, maybe those things that you put on the face, your face will still remain your face. So, how you get my parable? Because
let me make it clear for you. If you ugly, you ugly. You ugly. What do you happen? Why you here for? Mama, let's get to the issue.
So I can simply tell you that basic commodities prices are still the same with the way the previous government everything still the same, even though there are some little prices that have been added up on some of the maybe basic commodities like the rice, and maybe the gasoline and so forth based on the U.S. rate and so on. But for the road connectivity or maybe the road network, I can say that I was just following the UNICEF where they went as far in the southeast, and the heavy rainfall right now in the southeast. That means all the roads there, they are spoiling. Let me just say that way, so that maybe our people can know that in fact there's bad road network right now in the southeast because of the rain, heavy rainfall. So for me, if you ask me about the 100 days, I will tell you that indeed it will be difficult for the government to 100% achieve their 100 days plan, because mind you know, they also bring about the asset recovery process of the team. Up to now, we are still hearing code process from code to code and nothing going on, nothing moving. And with the issue of the war and economic crimes code, I think we can a little bit greater on that. So far, so good for me. There where I see that if there's a little green light when it comes to that part. But apart from that, nothing moving. And yes, indeed, everything still the same.
Okay, Lawrence, what say you, my man? So we can go
Steve. What happened is that everybody's expectation was that this government was going to do the different, because some of us who always with some of the older people, they started to bring some history or that we were following from the process. The issue of the president, Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai, other older people were trying to measure with former president William R. Todwell. They said former President Todwell was vice president for 19 years. No one knew that he could do better until he became president. So Ambassador Boakai served for 12 years as vice president. So people expectation was the moment he get into power, things were going to change. As you speak, a gallon of gasoline is here for $840. Of diesel gallon is $950 Liberian dollars. So a cup of red is around $60 Liberian dollars here in Bonmais. Snap of oil, one snap oil, now $50. You now put it down, you can't take it. So the expectation of people, because this morning I was sitting with some people, they said, oh, we felt that the people are going to make duty free on some of the basic commodity, the rice, the zinc, cement, car. These are things that we really felt that the people are going to do duty free on it. But up to now, no hay and tail. So the whole thing now will begin to say so. So that was the expectation of the Liberian. Even 2017, if you saw people voting for Ambassador Weah overwhelmingly, they felt that you are going to do the different in the country, because these are basic commodities that people need: rice, zinc, cement, gasoline, fuel oil, zinc. You know, these are things that people really feel that the government are going to make duty free on it. Because when we listen to some people in the various community, these are things that they're always saying. Okay. Just the afternoon, we had to run to the gas station to go get a gasoline, $840 Liberian dollars for a gallon. The diesel is $950 Liberian dollars here in Bonmais. So these are things. Scratch card, the orange card is $240 Liberian dollars. So we got a certain thing we call mini. If you want mini, they got before we used to pay $50 Liberian dollars for mini orange, but now it's 60. The Lone Star right now is going to 60. So the scratch card is being sold for $240 Liberian dollars. So these are the things that are going on in the country.
All right, thank you. Monk, what say you? Because I have a quick take on this. Monk, what say you?
Well, I maintain my same position. The 100-day thing is a standard that was set all around the world when it comes to politics. Liberia got a bunch of fundamental challenges I would like to consider them. Mm-hmm. I don't expect Joseph Boakai to come and even rectify half of them. But the idea behind the 100 days is to give people a sense as to where you want to take the country. It's like you are building a house and you got a blueprint. That's why they say 100 days. You want to hit the ground running. People want to see specific move that will give them an optimistic view that you're going to do certain things. In the case of Joseph Boakai, it's not happening. That's why you see the whole issue of Georgia name surfacing in politics is happening, because the expectation. I'm not expecting Joseph Boakai to perform miracle in 100 days. But there are certain steps, there are certain moves that are expected from an elder statesman that been in the game for almost 4 decades, served as vice president for 12 unbroken years to have engaged, and it seems not to be happening. When you look at the 100-day deliverable, I don't think he can even accomplish 20% of them. Most of them is just on paper. I tell people all the time, you can sit in a room and write a bunch of crap and put it on paper. When it comes to implementing policy, you think it's something easy. You must go out there and get your hands dirty. That's why they call the president the chief executive. When they call you an executive means somebody who can go out there and make things happen. It takes work, it takes creativity, it takes time, it takes ingenuity, it takes vision. It takes a lot of things. Look, let me tell you something. There's a difference between leadership and someone with vision. When you are a manager, you take care of people. When you have vision, you think long term. And that's why the presidency entails someone that can think strategically for the long term. And they come up with ideas in the form of a policy to impact people's lives. If you look at a 100-day deliverable, I tell people from the start of things, it will just be a bag of mixed fruit. Doing one thing here, doing one thing, there will be no cohesion. You will not get policy that will be connected together for it to actually make the impact. Okay, yeah, every come on the screen doing the taking fields over the screen, but at the end of the day, is the policy actually working, or are you giving you a glimpse of things to come for the next 6 years? Let me tell you something, Steve. I always make this simple mathematical analysis. I say they call it the law of progression. If you cannot get 1, you cannot get 3. If you cannot get 3, you cannot get 5. If you cannot get 5, you cannot get 7. The 100 days is supposed to be the one to set the platform. If you cannot get a 100-day right, why make you think I have to wait for 6 years? I can just project, because the foundation, you can't even get it right. And you want to tell me that you're going to build a beautiful structure? No, it does not work that way. The first 100 days is an opportunity to show the people that you have a new sheriff in town. I'm going to do things differently, and this is what you're going to get. And so far, look, if reality is this is not politics, it's just the reality that the old man got it wrong. I'm not saying he cannot turn the corners. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's almost most likely that he will not be able to achieve most of the agenda within 6 years because the way he hit the ground running. Now it's all about the state of confusion now and just here and there. I don't see any coherent policy that is moving in that direction of the rescue train. No.
Well, thank you, Mom. Let me pick up from where you start. You know, our people, sometimes it's hard to talk. Yeah, you don't want to talk, but you got to talk. Sometimes it's hard to talk. Let me say this to all the Liberians in Liberia listening to us, whether you old or you young. The Liberians also in the diaspora, regardless of where you are watching us from, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever social platforms, or listening to us on the radio, let me say this to you. Success is not coincidental. You don't get successful by coincidence, especially in politics, especially people who you make leaders. The people who you make leader will determine how much people respect you, how people look at you, and so forth, because your leader is a representation of you. Let me say it again. Your leader is a representation of you. That's why Joseph Boakai can speak on behalf of all Liberians. That was representation. This idea that Joseph Boakai worked as vice president for 12 years, so he will automatically go on to change the country and he has the experience. You set yourself up for failures. Okay, the fact here is Joseph Boakai worked for 12 years as vice president. What did he do in the vice presidency that you can look at and say, yeah, the man, the one he was working as vice president, will gain chance to be president, the man will not be easy. What did he do? Let me tell you some of the things Joseph Boakai did. Joseph Boakai signed 66 concession deals that were very, 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 very bad that made Liberia to be where it is today. Joseph Boakai signature on a concession deal. He was the president of the Senate. Let me tell you another thing Joseph Boakai did. When you were vice president. Because you have to look at people's record to determine. Thank God Sekou on. Let me give you an example with Sekou. You know, when I got to know Sekou.
But how Sekou just come on and give me an example of him? How that
work? I won't give an example because it will make sense to a lot of people.
You even speak to the man. You gotta give me an
example. No, I'm not putting in situation again here. No. But Sekou, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
When I got to know Sekou, sometimes 2017, we met at a meeting. That the first time we met at a meeting, the first time I saw Sekou, we met at a meeting, he was sitting in the back. I was sitting in the front. He didn't talk throughout the meeting. He didn't say anything. When the meeting was about to be over, we got on AOB, he asked one question. I don't recall that question, but that question dragged us in the meeting again because the question was strategic and position. It said some kind of way. So it made a whole meeting, it just made everybody start checking. So I called one other people that was saying outside, and I said, who that guy that asked that question? He said, oh, that's Sekou. I said, Sekou, that me, man. Who is he? He laughed. He said, my beginning. After the meeting, we talk. So after the meeting, we started drinking at then he came to me and came to Sekou. He said, oh, Sekou, me, my picking. So I said, Sekou hand. He showed my hand. He said nothing. He moved. He was shaking other people's hand. So I said, I got to find out who the guy is. So I started to do research. When you reach a certain age in life, you got to pick your friends, people that you associate with. You have to. If you are not living and you can't pick your friends, that means you got serious problem in your life. If your friend can pick you, you get problem. So when I started to check Sekou, I even found out one of the Dogo we said. By the time I started knowing about Dogo we said there, Sekou was in Guinea. Sekou used to be in charge of the team there. All the guys used to come to a horse, and that's who he is. Sekou not left for a horse to be empty. Anytime you pop in there, everybody can gather to your horse. So I started to find out. He never even told me. I found out he used to be the president for Famusa. I said, oh. But the man who come here and he beat man like that, he people, but he come to the meeting, he just saying that in a slipper and share, in just chilling, he ain't saying nothing. Because Labronpo normally will let us show. But his work, the thing what he did in the past, it spoke for him. The reason I'm saying that is this. When you want to select leaders, go back to the history and find out who that person is, what they did. You think Tobo was successful because he was successful? You know Tobo's story when he was vice president? You know what Tobo did? Tobo work. You could see that this man has the potential. Joe Biden today, the president, when Joe Biden worked very, very hard to make Barack Obama successful. So you could see, even when Joe Biden was in the Senate, Joe Biden records are there. What is Joseph Boakai record that you saw that made you think that he could change Liberia? You think success that coincidence? Everything Joseph Boakai doing today, he did it. And we said on the show, Joseph Boakai will be even mute more than Joe we are. We said it because that's who he is. So when a man was vice president, the man never achieved. The man never did anything to change your life. When you made him president, you think he would do something to change your life? The group of 77. Do you know what honor Joseph Boakai? What Joseph Boakai did to help the group of 77? And Joseph Boakai said, "Man, a handicap." And a handicap that he was in charge of. What did he do to change their lives? When we told the you get very with us. You say we rule. We disrespectful. Why we got to tolerate? Why we got to tolerate that? Okay, the place that's you're supposed to impact people's life. To be empathetic and say, these people, my man can identify with them. The handicapped people, you not do nothing. Like you who can walk, he will do something for you. You're not serious, and you all want God to change the country. You think the country will be changed? No, the country will not change. Joseph Boakai told you he was living on loan. Oh, you're in here all I wanted. You're in the ring bouncing around like he your want. Like he your get. And I was so look, let me tell you something.
That's just Sekou. Sekou,
I mean, 100% support. Let us see what we have.
Mr. Kane, good evening. Thanks for coming, Chief.
Yeah, because the people, you don't get all started again.
Look, Steve want to be Steve.
I tell you,
and the papa will hit the ground running, and he will pay 100 days, and he will do that one, he will do that one. That's not how it works, my people. The man has a track record. He can do certain things. That's just the truth of the matter. So where we are now, we just need to manage our expectation, work with what we got, and let leader know it's not what we wanted and not what we got. We refuse to pick the best from amongst us. We refuse. We made excuses. We ran around here making excuses. Here we are today. So you gotta enjoy what we got. You gotta start making noise, and you gotta lead the old man. Let the old man. In fact, who pass around and say they let old man? And when you let the old man, then you say the old man can do no more job. How you expect old man to do no more job? By the way, Sebu, welcome to the show. We're talking about the 100-day deliverable. What you see in the 100-day, why you look at the 100-day deliverable, you know, because we also were looking at the 100-day now to be happy, to be relieved. What you see?
Yeah, first of all, I wanted to thank you to all of you for, for being here, for continuing to carry the show. I was really enjoying it, and I wasn't going to count in when you guys, not going to start talking about politics. Me, I like politics. So the part you guys were talking, that's one thing that actually, I was, enjoying. When it comes to Liberian, the mindset of Liberians in Liberia against we, the diaspora Liberians, just to spend a minute on that. You guys were spot on. You guys were right 100%. But one thing you all didn't highlight enough is that the political aspect. The political aspect. Even one of the challenges that Kumis is facing is because Kumis is being considered as the product of the diaspora Liberians. Because Kumis is getting support of diaspora Liberians, so he's been treated as outsider. Likewise, you, myself, and other people in the diaspora, we are treated as outsider when it comes to Liberian politics, when it comes to decision making. So, Liberia problem, especially if you look at the way we are treated by our own people in Liberia, Liberia's problem is the common people in Liberia. And that derives from the hijack poverty that people are engulfed, with. Liberians in Liberia, majority depend on Liberians in the diaspora, not only America, Australia, other part of Liberia, other part of the world. You can't even believe the Liberians in other African countries who work and take care of some Liberian in Liberia. But yet, when it comes to political, position, they tell us about why the people coming to our country, why the people coming to take our job. They got all the opportunity there. Why they coming to take the job from us? They are there. Without you, they're not getting the job. They all tend to beggars. They are there, they're not getting anything for themselves, but they're afraid for you not to come and take their job. It's all about jealousy and envy. Even people within your own family, they'd rather you stay here, work, and give them money, as opposed to you going there and serve in government. Imagine people in your family will lie to you. Simply because you tell them to support this person, they will tell you yes, but they will not support that person. They will tell you he think he's stupid. He think we're stupid here. He think he can be in America there and control us, tell us how to vote. So they would rather vote for somebody who gave them one bag of rice just one time or $20 just one time, as opposed to you that be sending them $300, $500 a month, or in a year time you have spent more than $5,000 on them. They rather support somebody and listen to the person who giving them $20 as opposed to you who been taking care of them the whole time. They will tell you yes, and they will go and do otherwise. So they see it as business. When you are not here, then they will lose, the profit. You belong here. You belong here to work, and they belong over there to enjoy. And the ones that are already enjoying will tell them, say, you're not allowed them to come. When they can't hear the money, what you're giving to you now, they will not give it to you. They're smart. They know money. They know better. When they come here, they will say, let the government do everything for you. They will not do anything for you. Keep us here. Keep them over there, and you'll all be fine. And we're going to be in cycle. When it comes to Joseph Boakai's performance for the government for the last 2 going to 3 months, I think there is no if and but about it. They themselves, they are seeing themselves as failure, and they know that the president agenda was great. The president plan for the 100-day was marvelous, but they're not going to make it. And the reason is that they had no strategy, no plan. They had nothing. Everything they have, it was just propaganda. It was just propaganda, sweet talk. It was all about copy and paste. And besides that, they never had the requisite people with requisite knowledge and the technical know-how to execute. And the Minister of Information made it very clear to you. Joseph Boakai's hands are tied. All were tied up to now. Joseph Boakai is not appointing at will. Joseph Boakai is not appointing based on professionalism. He's not appointing based on who can do the work or what is good for Liberia. He's appointing based on who helped me to elect me, who participated in the process, who did what are the parties that we form alliance with, what can we do for them, what can we do to compensate them so they too can be happy. Irrespective of what is good for Liberia, what can we do, who can we appoint to make things happen for Liberia, irrespective of their political party or political affiliation. All they care about is about satisfying people who donated money to Joseph Boakai, who felt him for the past 6 years while he was not the vice president. The last 6 years that he spent without being in government, that he was not entitled to government direct sponsorship. Those that took care of him, whether businesses, whether individuals, who took care of him, are the one that he gave first priority to. Not even the ones that really fought for him. No one came later, and not even all of them. Up to now, some of them are still languishing in frustration, in confusion. Some of them attend to pastor now. Yeah, preaching, Bible on a daily basis. Some of them now they know God. They never knew God before.
Yeah.
So because of that, Joseph Boakai failure is on the wall, and they're all seeing it. In fact, when you speak of Joseph Boakai failure today, we speak of Joseph Boakai lack of priorities, we speak of Joseph Boakai lack of focus. You know who can be the first to like it? People from the rescue team. People who fought, people who participated, who actually gave us Joseph Boakai. Are the one they don't want to say it, but they want you to say it. They're the one that can be rushing to tell you, my man. Yeah, we didn't know that I was going to go, my man. Imagine less than 90 days in government. So yeah, if you ask me, this is very simple. We don't have to even argue about that. And if George Weah, who was a mess, a total failure for Liberia, if George Weah 90 days or first 3 months can be better than Joseph Boakai 3 months, if George Weah set good example, if George Weah make good appointments, if George Weah actually focus and start the deliverable, small or big, within the first 90 days, and Joseph Boakai is performing way below George Weah's level, and George Weah was a failure, why would that make Joseph Boakai? Imagine we all say George Weah is enough, George Weah is incompetent, George Weah was a failure, George Weah failed the Liberian government, the Liberian people, George Weah destroyed the country. We all saying that. But yeah, George Weah did well. better than Joseph Boakai in 400 days. So where are you going to place Joseph Boakai now? Is there any word beyond failure to describe him? You're teaching me, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a word.
Failure.
There's a word.
Well, what is that?
We can describe it with an adjective called decimal failure. He failed massively. He failed humongously, gigantically.
But is that not our verb? I want you to just use any word that does not include failure. Is there any word?
Yeah.
What is it?
He fell down inside. Thank you very much.
Okay. So
I would say, apart from falling, I would say disastrous and catastrophic. That's worse.
Disastrous and catastrophic.
Yeah.
So maybe our audience, our fans, and people can give me helpful words, because the thing is, if there's any word to describe or to change the word, to remove the word failure, they can better describe the magnitude, the level of which they are taking the country. Imagine, let's be honest, if we all agree that George Weah was a failure, if we say George Weah was inept, George Weah government was incompetent government, George Weah people didn't know what to do, what they are doing. If Liberian people agree that George Weah did better in the first 2 months,
yeah,
than Joseph Boakai, then if George Weah can carry the trophy for failure, what are you going to give to Joseph Boakai? If George Weah is better than Joseph Boakai, what are you going to give him? So to answer the question, Joseph Boakai was a mistake for Liberia, and the mistake will continue because Liberians, the mindset we have, we don't vote on issues, we don't vote on development, we don't vote on tangible, we don't vote on accomplishment, we don't vote on success. We have no priorities. All we vote on is tribal, political affiliation, party mandate, envy, and jealousy. And I can tell you, Komis is suffering from the same problem. Until Komis, the mindset of Komis can change. You see, this guy will come and change things around. This guy will come and do something different. This guy will change our country until people can get that mindset about him. It's still going to be hard for him because you know what? The people themselves who are voting, they are envious of the man who's supposed to come and deliver them. They are jealous of the man. You saw it last time. The man hard-earned money when he sat in his car and took a picture. Oh, they may supposed to, come and save the Liberian people. Look at the man driving. I don't know, what was it?
Ferrari, huh?
Ferrari. Oh, you look at the man here. Komis got an apartment in that place that worth millions of dollars. Joseph Boakai, who said I was living on loan, said the man is the savior. That the man is the rescuer. To tell you, Komis $1 million home. Boakai, who said he been here seeing house since 1847, he said the man is the savior.
Yeah.
There are all the opportunities in Liberia more than Komis. But he said Joseph Boakai is the savior simply because of envy and jealousy. So I need not to go into,
Yeah, but Mr. Kennedy, there's a report. Quickly, not to cut you off. There's a report coming up from Liberia that I got the information here that allegedly the speaker house is on fire. I didn't want to cut you off to say that, but we're following the story there. And
I can try to call him and find out.
Yes, please double check on that quickly so that we can know what's going on.
I think coming back to the civil theory that a fire thing is deeper than people think it is.
I told you. And I didn't mention, I told you, I said, one day you always say the speaker how you always say the president how you
the president was on fire. Oh yeah, so why should they happen?
You will be hearing different one. Way more than just a fight.
Yeah, so we'll double check on that. But let's see if we can take a few calls. Waseku is on the call to Liberia. Melbourne and Lawrence, y'all can help us. There were a few calls. Let's hear from our people, please.
Let's get the show going.
Lawrence, you can take the call first.
Yeah, Lawrence.
Yeah. Or maybe if possible today, you can do all the calls today, please.
Yeah, because Lawrence do well. And Melbourne,
Lawrence, you're media though.
Melbourne,
Okay.
You don't want to get trouble again. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
all right.
I mean, what happened back in the days.
I know. See, get a country I can see the love here.
Yeah, I will make it.
I know. 086021302, 086021302, 0778255050, 0778255050, 086021302. You can hit us up this evening and be part of the show right here on SKTV. Our first caller is on. Let me see who is on this line. Good evening, your name, where you come from? Walk away from your monitor or else I cut you off.
Hello, how you doing?
Walk away from your monitor.
Yes?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, much better. Your name, where you come from?
My name is Joseph Tedebo and I call from Staten Liberia.
Go ahead. I hear you, Chief.
Okay, let me say thank you for the show. But I want to tell you guys is that you guys are not promoting me. Instead, that Steve and other people, if that did the same thing, women did not get 2%.
You got to be quickly, Chief. You got to quickly.
You're insulting us at the end of the day when we're going to say, you will not go anywhere.
Okay, Chief. Thank you.
If you like, thank you.
086021302, You can call this evening and be part of the show right here. We coming to you live on our sound frequency of 99.3 FM. This station is owned and operated by the Roofers and Roof Tati Foundation.
Steve, I think the fire incident is so serious. I'm also watching it on the page of Honorable Carlos Moses Gray.
Okay. Maybe we'll have another caller. Good evening, your name, where you come from? Good evening. Hello?
Yeah,
I'm okay. Your name, where you come from? Calling me from where? Too bad. I can't hold you on the line. We have to take another caller. This person is on this other line. Let me see. 08602. I'll get this caller. Hello, your name, where you come from? I can't keep you on this line. Your feedback is too bad. I can't keep you up. 086021302. This caller. Hello, your name, where you come from?
Thank you for the opportunity. This is Muyana calling from resident.
Go ahead quickly, Chief.
Let me thank you guys for outlining most, especially when it comes to the failure of the government. I'm going to tell you something. For some of us, we told our people that this government has fear of success. Why the president wasn't? The government talk about the CCP and the end of the day, the CCP was the CCP. There was no thing. It's like brother saying. Today we get in like brother. See the other day, very messy. They are working people in zero working places because they think that those people they are opposition. Like your brother, come and see that mirror. Even today, you know what we're doing? The second police, they were running for in zero working places, saying that the police is
Okay. Thank you. I have to leave you. I have to leave you and talk to another person on this line.
So
hold
on a little bit. So now watch what's going on there with that. I didn't get hold of the.
Okay.
Yeah, I was there about to say.
Let's play through the video so people can see.
Yeah, let's put a video on.
What's going on?
You laughing? As a policeman, you laughing? The policeman laughing. So the fire service is here, and if they can just off the fire from up on top, the things that downstairs will be safe. It's not politics right now. This is not politics right now. So I don't want to hear any politics talk right now. I want this fire to be off. I don't want to hear politics talk. If they can get rid of the fire from on top, things that are done will be safe, but people are not giving it. People are not giving the fire service truck chance. What up, people? The fire the truck? We finished. Then because if they were off this, then by now, I mean, it's not just for if what up, people? The truck they remove in front of we leave. Then the house will burn. Unfortunately, another truck have come. We gotta clear the road. We gotta say what up, Philip. This is bad. I hope people are seeing this. They shouldn't be discussed with politics. There is something that could happen to your father. There is something that could happen to any of us family. So it shouldn't be a political thing. But it's unfortunate that water just got finished for the fire service truck. And as you can see, all dressed up going. When I saw the smoke and I raised the alarm from the back and I started going live to raise this awareness because this is bad. This is not a political thing. This is bad. Let me switch the camera back for you to see the this is the room. And if I have entered in a room and the room is not far from the current wires. And the fire is so hard from the back because it started from the back. As you can, I don't know how I cannot zoom. But the room is on fire. I'm afraid because I'm not a professional person to do this, but I'm trying my best. And my life is also a race, even being near this thing. That's why you see I'm trying. Right at this place, you can see there's a transformer, and something about it is closed or so. We don't even know. But it's the fire is so hard right now. The fire is so hard. The first fire truck came. No, fire truck came at first, and the first water got finished. The water got finished. The brand new one. So if they can bust it back, I think that's what they're trying to do. But it's the fire service truck is here. I don't know how they're gonna fight the speaker house. Oh my God, the fire is huge. You guys are professionals. Y'all know what to do. Stop listening to people. Y'all do what y'all know best. Y'all stop listening to people. I don't know what they're about to do, but the first water got finished from the front. The fire is getting high from the back. I don't know what. This is a complete loss. Documents will be burned here. Burned. Not even will be. And the second truck just brought additional chemical. Oh my God, this is terrible. From the time that I went live, if the fire sign was here, we would have fought the fire. But it's just a walking distance from the speaker's house to where the fire service headquarters, and it took an hour plus for the fire to reach here. And now I don't know where the people are running, but the fire truck is at the back. The fire's at the back. If you follow it live, the speaker house, political house is on fire. And slow communication. And it's terrible. Lord have mercy. This is Honorable Falati Kofa house is on fire. The speaker of the country. This is not about politics. Everybody need to move from behind the truck. because it's emergency. As you can see, the fire is now reaching to the tree. The truck is going into the back. Before everyone moves, the fire is, oh God. This is bad. This is bad. This is as you can see, the fire now is not getting so heavy. I need to dress back. As you can see, I don't know what's going up now, but the fire is very heavy right now. Oh my God. This is something. This is the country needs prayer. That just because Fanatic Kofa will not build his house with any type of wire. He rather spend on this house. So even if it's current, it can be from the wires. This is something serious. This is something that the country needs prayer. And currently, I think the speaker has come or somebody else. He's here. As you can see, he's walking. No, it's not him. I think yes, he's seeing it. He's here in person, and he's seeing it now. He just came and he said, "How you doing?" He just came and he's seeing it now. I don't know. No, it's somebody else. He's not the one. All the place black and the smoke started from the back. So even when we were raising awareness, said nobody could enter in. The smoke started ever since.
Yes, as soon as we can. As soon as we can.
Yeah, the smoke was so heavy, and we started telling people to tap fire service. The fire service is now at the back, and this is so bad. They I don't know. They still turning around. They says I don't know what they still turning around. This is bad. They were not able to reach to it. And when they came up front, if the fire was going to be up from upstairs, things that are downstairs would have been safe. But I think by now the fire reached downstairs. This is not about Liberia. This thing is not political. This is a huge loss. This is not political. This is a huge loss. This is dangerous. Oh my God, this is bad. This is so bad. As you can see, people are calling some of the web.
So do you guys want us to continue to watch this, or you guys want us to continue with our conversation?
I think we can get elaborate on the fire incident instead of watching it. Our people can see on the screen, so you can. I don't know if we can get mute the video.
Maybe our people want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know. You want us to keep watching it? We'll keep watching it. After that, we can continue with the show.
Let's keep watching it for a little bit. Let's keep watching it for a little bit so that the people can know exactly as to what really going on there. Yeah. Then after maybe about minutes, then we can talk about it.
People, as you can, if I walk around, you see people crying because this is somebody who every day, if people want to do their work, it's not about cars. I don't know. So it's bad. This is terrible. This is bad. It's bad. I don't know what else to say. Our country needs prayer. The fire. This is one of his cars going.
So I just muted the video. Can you guys still hear the guy talking on the background? I muted the video. No, they won't. Because I'm getting the feedback. So yeah, people watching on the. Are you guys still hearing the guy, or is muted? I try to mute him so we can.
No. It's okay.
He's muted. He's muted, right?
We can't hear any anymore. Yeah.
No sound.
Yeah.
No sound.
Okay,
No
yeah,
sound
I turned the sound off.
from the video.
I turned the sound off. I just want us to elaborate on this a little bit. What people are watching, exactly what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, Monk, I mean, this is getting serious. You hear what the guy saying? When they keep, you listen to the guy. When they keep trying to water, the water finish in the fire truck.
This is terrible. The speaker just arrived also too. I think he just arrived. I think this is his convoy. How you doing, bro? This is his convoy. The speaker convoy just came. I think this is his petrol. This is the speaker's car. The speaker is now in front of the president's area. He just arrived, and I'm seeing people. People are just on top of him right now. I'm going to where he is. I don't know. I think they are carrying that speaker. I think he went to my place. This is bad. This is so bad. This is so bad. This is so bad. This is serious. The speaker is now going to the president's place, the former president's fence. They are now carrying. They are now carrying. Oh, okay. That's president. That's our former president George Mario. We are just came. He's going in his house. Why? He's just across the speaker's house, and our fanatical fireplace is on fire. It's been burning for the past hour now. Oh my God. This page is for comedy, but this is so serious, so I had to. They just off the LEC in order to save the transformer from. At first, the fire started with the current when the current came. When the current came, the fire came, and I was here to pick it up, and this is bad. This is so bad. They're now bringing water up.
I think
they're trying to. I don't know what they are doing right now, but it's bad. It's bad.
He said this can be occurring because the main house is well,
as you can see,
well fortified. When you're coming in the water, the fire came. I don't know.
This thing, they are telling people to leave from here. I have to go behind.
So, Mr. Kana, I think you have to unmute the video. So there are a lot of people calling. It's like people want to make their input as well.
Yeah, but the video is muted. You should unmute the video.
Trying to go get me water. I'm testing.
You want me to mute?
No, we say Eric. Yeah, unmute it so people can. There are a lot of people calling.
Mute the video.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, I think it's much better. There are a lot of people. Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of people calling back to back. Let me see. This person is on the phone lines this evening. Hello, your name, where you come from? Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. This is Samuel Griffon.
Okay. Okay, go ahead quickly, Chief. Let you up. Just speak.
Yeah, the problem here, my brother, we told them that they were making with fire. They were looking at him. You see what's going on in this country?
Thank you. You make your point already. Yeah, Mr. P, I'll thank you. You make your point. 086-02-1302, 0778-25-50-50. You can call this evening and be part of the show. There are a lot of people who've been calling in while we're watching the video right here. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, House is on fire. This caller here. Hello, your name, where you come from?
Yeah, this is Alfred calling for balance.
Let me hear you quickly, Chief. Go ahead.
Yeah, my brother, what happened in this country is not normal. This is not normal. It is not a normal thing. This country, we told these people that this country was not going to be rescued. We're worried it was our staff. See, what happened in this country to this government? Can I take a thing?
Thank you.
Government, can I move on because of what to have the brain?
Thank you, my brother. You make your point. Another person is on the phone line. I can't keep you up for long. Another person is on the line. This caller is on this phone line this way. Let me see who is here. Okay, 086-02-1302. This person. Hello, your name, where you come from? Good evening. Hello. Yeah, your name, where you come from? My brother, be a bit audible. Yeah, Chief. I can't continue with you. I get you, my man. Never too bad. 086-02-1302, 0778-25-50-50. Welcome to the SKTV show right here. We're coming to you live on 99.3 FM, on True FM 96.1 FM. You can call this evening and make your input. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Funanti, call for House is on fire. So you can call and make your input and hear you up. I know the network is like a troubling. A lot of people want to make that call in. Okay, this person is on the Lone Star line. Hello, Yanin, where you come from?
Yeah, hello.
I'm okay. Yeah, go ahead, Yanin.
Yeah, my name Brother Fred.
Call me. Okay, go ahead quickly, Chief. I hear you.
Yeah, like I was saying, that fire is now for nothing fire. The part of the country has taken now is very scary. So when care is not taking,
so that demon getting fire while I walk.
yeah, like our president is saying.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Thank you. 0860230207778255050. Go ahead. I hear you this evening on the show. This caller is on the orange line. 086021302 086021302 0778255050. This person on the Lone Star. Good evening, caller. Your name, where you come from? Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. I'm President I'm calling from
Bapolo County.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead, Chief. Let hear you.
Yeah, it's just about the fire issue. Where the country now is getting fire taking place. We really have to pray for the country so that we can be safe.
Okay, thank you. We need to pray for the country to be safe. 086021302 0778255050. You can call in this evening and be part of the show. This caller is on the phone line. Good evening, caller. Your name, where you come from? Yeah, good evening.
Hello?
I'm okay. Your name, where you come from?
I'm calling from
Okay, I hear you.
So what?
Yeah, man. People talking serious in one play phone here. 086021302 0778255050. You can call and be part of the show. Yeah, Mr. Kana, you're hearing a lot of people calling. This person's on the line. Hello.
I think we should continue our program in this.
Okay.
Okay.
Good evening, your name, where you come from?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
I'm okay. Lawrence Mosmani, what is the name?
Yeah, I'm Martin J. and I call from Martin.
District number 1, Maggie. Go ahead quickly, Chief. Let hear you.
Yeah, my brother, we were given report on the hold it down, and so that brought him. Because that for pastor the thing, when people will take abuse our people because of this politics. So we need prayer.
Thank you. Thank you. This person is on the line. Let me see. I think I can take 2 more.
Yeah, that's fine. Take 2 more. Then we have to talk about a little bit because I'm not
okay,
going
this person.
I just good enough.
Good evening, your name, where you come from? Your line is too bad. Good evening, your name, where you come from? Good evening. Your line is bad. I can't hear you, Chief. Sorry, I can't hear you. 086021302. I'll take 1 more person and go straight to my boss. Let me see who is on the phone line. Good evening, your name, where you come from? Okay, go ahead. Your name, where you come from? Okay, go ahead quickly, Chief. Let hear you.
There was a fire that occurred in GOC that killed 30 years old boy. I don't know what
No, hearing it, Chief.
Yeah, it was very terrible and also mother anything.
Okay, the VOA community, that's Breville, right?
Yeah.
That's the Breville community. Okay, VOA 1 fire disaster yesterday evening that took away the life of a 7-year-old boy. Okay, I'll take 1 more person and go straight to Mr. Cannon. This person is on the phone line. Good evening, your name, where you come from? Okay, your name? Go ahead quickly, Chief. Let hear you.
Yeah, it's starting that what we're experiencing in the 2024 is not ordinary. That the men of God, women of God, will have to take a serious prayer for the nation.
Okay, thank you.
People say the power of death and living is that on the throne.
Thank you. Thank you. Death and life lies in the mouth. Okay, Mr. Carter.
Yeah, thank you
It's
so
all
much.
yours.
Thank you. So, Steve.
Yeah, so I listened to the callers. First of all, thanks to all of them. The same thing that we're talking here, and the same thing we can learn. You don't need prayers to stop the fire. No, you need to have measure in place. You need to have a working fire services. You need to ensure that you have professionals to deal with fire just in case. And we need to structure it. We need to prioritize these things. Prayers can stop the fire. You stop this nonsense or foolishness about we need prayer and the country does not need prayer. You know how many prayer we now offer in our country? Just stop giving you a hard time. You can let's see where for once. Let's take this thing as a priority and let's ensure we have safety measures in place. Don't forget about the prayer team. And you start with saying what time we have prayer. What kind of prayer?
I'm going to say something because I wanted to say something about
Well, you made some prediction on this show. I guess you got some insider information concerning this issue of the broad fire that keep popping up all the place. And you said something about profound that a fire is not your ordinary fire. There are some players behind this stuff. When you put the video on, there was a statement that one of the guys made, and he ain't talking in the background. But for Nantico, how you get cheap wire. So it cannot be something of an electrical malfunction. That's what he's trying to say in another sense. That the whole idea that we got cheaper wires for Nantico, for Nantico to be somebody that get money. So if he can pay the kind of a house, trust me, he's not using a cheaper wire to spark this kind of fire. And he just, I just picked up that line in the background because I could hear it first clear. Second, that country, the politics, the division, they hate that in that country. And Steve just made a point concerning the whole foolishness about prayer. No. Look at the budget for fire trucks. How many fire trucks you got per city, per individual? You're talking about a city with more than 1+ million people, almost 2 million people. And you got less than 3 or 4 fire trucks throughout. If you don't put money in the budget, if you cannot put professionals in place to handle this thing, if you cannot put the proper mechanism to mitigate a fire crisis, what do you think going to happen? Talking about prayer? I don't know how people understand that they call prayer. Whether you study the Quran or the Bible, they say God made man your own image. Look, God gave you the ability to do what you want to do with your life. So the whole thing about prayer and prayer, I really don't get it. How our people understand the thing they call prayer? Prayer for things that is beyond your control, that you leave to a higher power greater than you. You are responsible for things within your control. They're talking about prayer, but I will step there for now because the made prediction is becoming irritating. And
so speaking of the whole prayer thing, like you said, and Steve already said it. We, the Muslim, the Quran says that Allah say in the Quran that good things that come to you or for you are coming from me. The bad things are coming from you, either your action or your inaction. I don't know if that is in the Bible. God never do
in the Bible, is it all good? In the Bible, exactly the way you say, all good and perfect gifts come from God. In the Bible, written the same way. I get the scripture.
Okay.
So go ahead.
So see, that's why the Quran says good things are. It said good things are coming from me. Bad things are coming from you, either by your action or your inaction. What we do to ourselves, we always, call God's name when we are, victim of our own making. Liberia does not need prayer. Liberia needs leadership. Liberia needs leadership. Liberia needs patriotic Liberians to lead Liberia. Just yesterday, when I say yesterday, I mean that just a few days ago, hundreds of thousands of dollars were distributed among themselves. Even given what we have seen in the past few months with this fire disaster, even if the government was going to spend $1 million, just $1 million or $2 million to improve the fire service in Liberia by buying a lot of fire trucks. Did you listen to what the guy was saying just now? The guy said the fire truck that were there, that one, the one he was working on, the water got finished inside. If you have more than 10 fire trucks lined up, you hear about water finishing inside. You got more than 10 fire trucks or 20 fire trucks lined up. The other one are giving each other time, and they are attacking the fire from all angles. That fire can go down in a split second. These are not big fire. In America here, when fire emergency struck, what happened? They put plane, fire service guy airplane. They put airplane there to put water down. If they wanted fighting down, at the same time, the water will be coming from up, like rain dropping on them. Some of the huge fire that can catch America here, especially California, that can burn acres, hundreds, not thousands of acres. The fire can be so strong, but they can fight it. In fact, before you look, if the fire service in Los Angeles, for example, if they are not, if they cannot keep up with it, you will see other fire services coming from other counties, other counties within that particular state. And if the state cannot keep it under control, the neighboring state, they will start sending until they see that is stopped. The budget for fire service in most of the states is more than the entire budget of America. Of Liberia, just for fire service. That's how much they put, seriously, they put into this whole fire thing. This is the country that got no faith in insurance. How Liberia going to develop like this? How people going to be encouraged to go and invest their money in this kind of country? You think about this. That means you will work here your whole life. You go, you invest it, and then one night you'll be sleeping, some idiot will come and put fire on your house. They say we should pray God. God, we need God. We need prayer. You don't need prayer. You need sense. You not get sense. You need to put sense in yourself. It's not prayer you need. Yeah. You need to develop your sense. Your brain is just like a child, little child who is still developing. Because you don't see anything wrong for yourself. Anything wrong you do, you think people, you blame somebody for everything. You know, a little child always do that, right? The little child will do that. Even they drop their own thing, they will cry. They want you to take it and give it to them as if you don't want to drop it for them. That's the mentality of many of you guys in Liberia. Where in the world? Fire will come today. Fire come tomorrow. Fire come. And every time it happens, it will take 30 minutes or an hour before even police can show face, let alone fire service people. I want to say thank you to our people on the radio. For you guys being patient with us to keep us on for extra 30 minutes. That means a lot to me. And though it means a lot to Steve and Monk as well. So, the whole fire thing came in, disrupted our conversation. And let me just conclude what I was saying. This is the boy guy. If I were you, I would just resign and forget what the whole government being in. You focus on your health. Now you got money. You got enough now to take care of yourself. You can never be poor again for the rest of your life. Your children, your family, they're all plotted in different positions. That's fine. But care about yourself so that people who know what they are doing can take care of Liberia. I don't know about Jeremiah Kun. I don't know about Jeremiah Kun. Since Jeremiah Kun became president, he even Joseph Boakai, park race cars are better than Jeremiah Kun right now. But Joseph Boakai, at least we used to see him. But Jeremiah Kun just in missing action. Not saying anything, not doing anything, not even participating in anything. He just lost just at the hair on your arm. The way you can see that one. Okay, how many times you can see your hair on your arm? So Joseph Boakai, if I were you, I would just forget about it here. Because you can't start a government with a failure right at the door. This is bad. And this fire incident, I will say again, if you don't be careful, the fire incident will go to another level. I said it here the last time, right here. I said the next time you hear it, if you don't hear speaker, you hear the Senate Pro Tem, you hear the Vice President, or you hear the President. You got to be careful. This country is burning down gradually. The country is burning down gradually. And people sitting there say you need prayer. That's what I gotta say, Steve.
The whole prayer thing, I don't know how people saying like prayer for sure. The whole thing about
and
prayer.
sometimes the kind of will say these things together. You said it right. Monk said it right. Folks, we'll be winding down here soon. I know we've been on a very, very good conversation. But Mr. Kanaja, before we close up here, I know we talk about the 90 days or so forth, or the 100 days deliverable. I just want to ask both of you this question. We'll answer and then maybe close for the day. I know we got more information on this. In other news, we are also getting unconfirmed information yet that President Joseph Yuma Boakai is due in the United States by the end of this month to early next month.
Now, you might not say that because HKTV said it here. They said no, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's confirmed. We are getting
we said in the first 3 to 6 months, Joseph Boakai will come to America.
Yes, it's coming from reliable sources. We're just getting the information. But Mr. Kana, here's a question I want to ask you, Amon, before we close up for the day.
The man coming for 100 day delivery, but he won't be in America when 100 day lapse.
One of the things that Joseph Yuma Boakai campaigned on very highly and hugely is this issue of salary harmonization. Let's throw away the 100 days deliverable. So, what are you guys' view on the salary harmonization? Are we bringing back the people's salary to normal? Because one of the things Joseph Boakai campaigned on very hugely that they were going to bring the people's salary back, and and the job we let government stole for the people, and they took the people money, and the Liberian salary need to come back to where it was. What do you guys say about that one? Let me put it in a simple Liberian English. What do you say about that one?
Mom, want to go? Or want me to talk? Mom, go ahead. Let Mom go ahead first.
Few days ago, or maybe a little over a week ago, we tried to bring a spotlight to this topic about this disparity in the civil servants payroll system. Because the harmonization, whether you keep the harmonization or abolish the harmonization, you first got to scrutinize the payroll. And this payroll thing will go deeper than what people think it is, because nobody talk about it the way how we talk about it here, by giving the system that was in place prior to CDC coming to power, and the step Josiah Joker is trying to take moving forward. Sekou sent me a document again a couple of days ago concerning the CDC response, because all the media outlets never went in depth on this particular topic, and we talk about it, and CDC was quick to respond. I don't know. We may not have the time on the show. Apparently, we can do it tomorrow, so people can get to know exactly what's happening about the whole payroll system, about who it affects. Because you will want to think that the other people are going the right way to do it, that is supposed to go by the standard. But unfortunately, when you really do a deep dive, you will come to realize that there is still a political undertone to this payroll thing. The same thing you see going on with the fire incident. It's almost like the same thing you see, like tit for tat between Unity Party and CDC. Anything you can do, I can do better than what keep happening in this between the two forces. And the same thing is happening on our payroll. So, but tomorrow we will read that document. We will go in depth because every time we talk about it, one of them will end up responding, but the other people don't pick it up for some reason, and we keep bringing it up on the show. So hopefully tomorrow we will go deep into that particular communication that came from the CDC chairman with respect to the whole payroll system that they're talking about. People should go and regularize their status by using the PAN and no personal identification, something to put you on the civil servant database. And it was never in place before. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. I think we'll have more time to go into it.
The personnel action note.
Personal action note, yes. PAN, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
so for me, Steve, to answer your question, before you talk about bringing the people's salary back, you got to be at least stable and consistent with their pay. Not adding something on it, but the one they normally getting. Watch your we are there. When you can't, you make sure you pay that one regularly first. Then you talk about adding more to it. But the people, they can clearly tell you that the civil servants have received pay. And because of the budget they presented to the legislature, everybody's saying the budget is bad. But guess what? The government going to rely on the inability of the House of Representatives and the Senate to pass the budget. So they're going to go and justify their failure for not having money. I hope you're getting me. They will put it, they will justify. Remember, I asked the minister that question here. Are you trying to say you're going to justify your failure or the lack of, the willpower to execute your 100-day deliverable on the fact that, the budget will not approve? Who sent the faulty budget? Who sent the bad budget? If the budget was good, it was in the interest of Liberian people, it was something that we actually allowed by every Liberians, by now it already been passed. But you send a bad budget, you expect people to just pass it, or you run it through. So I can tell you, not when it's salary harmonization or any other thing, the government try to be somehow regular, with regular pay that Jovia left there, the same payroll. Try to be regular with that first. Let them be, try to, make sure they form all the ministry. The ministry are functional. Can you believe some of the agencies are stayed going without anybody to sign documents? Government losing money. Let's say, for example, the National Registry. Somebody was appointed, but nobody there signing stuff. In other agencies, people were appointed to a position where they are yet to start functioning. Some of them saying that they had no, relevant things in their respective offices to start working. Somebody talking about decks. Somebody talking about other things needed in the office. Somebody talking about car. They don't even have car to go to work. Some of the deputy minister, assistant minister, they're saying they don't got car to even go anywhere. But yet, Joseph Boaga is stay on the other side buying a $1 million home, furnishing his home for $5 million, $500,000, appointing his nephew to no car, where $600,000 is missing in the first 2 months, appointing people to position that will benefit himself, but yet government agencies and ministries are not functioning. How do you call that? So like I said, if there's any word beyond or bigger than failure, then I would have used that. But one thing that is concerning into all these fire thing, I'm kind of concerned. Most of the fire problem, nobody can be in the house, nobody can die. What kind of fire is that?
Yeah, that's a new trend, right?
You know, the fire got sense, eh?
Yeah.
The fire can only attack the houses when nobody's in it. Especially when the main principal are not there. Only Sir Joseph, they say he was in the house. And then according to information, Sir Joseph got smuggled through the window. And I learned that in Liberia, no house just got regular window. Everybody get the window, the iron bar behind the window. But most of the fire, whether that the church or whether that the home or only person that we learned they were in a house, and nobody else was in a house too. The only fire, only Sir Joseph. But the other one here to show the speaker doesn't have family. The speaker was not home. Understandable. What about the family? Where were they? Why is it that fire always catching all these houses, nobody in them? I don't understand, Steve. Well, so the fire can know that nobody here that it's time to catch the house.
Maybe yeah. Apart from what happened, maybe someone that wanted to go and where the lady and her 3 children left in the fire. I think that was the only fire incident so far.
Because nobody, they're not leaders.
You see?
That lady that was working, that lady was not a leader.
Oh, you're talking about okay.
The fire can over the leader to leave the house before they can come in the house.
Okay. That's
the people and and children. But the thing is, what about the leaders and what about their houses? Not just few calls here. We can call it there. I want to go now. Because Steve is the one running the show here. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Patrick Sonny One. I'm calling from Minnesota. I'm a private detective with the statewide protective agency.
All right, go ahead, Patrick.
I'm listening to you guys well, and I also listening to Steve. Sekou, you got a team, and that team run on 90-minute games. After the 90 minutes, and you are defeated. Are you going to come back to the field with these same old people that you play along with? What am I trying to say? In short, the same old people on the field, people that not did anything for anybody or neither the country, they are still on the field. How do you expect for us to succeed? Steve said it. You follow people track record before you give people opportunity to lead you. People don't even look at you and give you $5. You want that man to lead you. If that man leading you, you think that man a rocket scientist and give $5? No. The thing better in the man. But our people there, they're not watchful. Everything we do is centered around politics. We talk of facts. Some people don't have the country at heart. We give them opportunity to do us. We will go back. We put the same old people back. What did Greggy never do before that they will do now? Their name, I don't call everybody name. What they do before that they will do now? The mayor, vice president, I'm not a politician. I'm a private detective. I'm a security expert. Think about it. So we're not going nowhere. We've got the same story. Now I will leave on the show one time. I say, everybody who's talking, we got positive mind. We need to get a team with that mind. You're among them. When more speaking, you know that nobody will get stable among every fella saying anything for me. You know more not do it. And still said it today. You got some people too big yet. Clean people, all kind of things that they did. I didn't want there to say the working for our country. Yeah. All the time was, they're not even big, one horse. But you get a job today. See the horses they get. 1847, we still like that. My brother, we gotta pray.
Yeah.
No, we're not about, they make their 100 degrees, they make their 200 PhD.
Thank you. Thank you. I want you to conclude so we can take this call because we're about to leave now.
Thank you, gentlemen. We have to pray for our country.
Thank you.
Everything our people do in there is centered around politics.
All right. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? You're the last caller. We gotta go.
Good day, Brother Kane, and good to see you and mom.
Yes, sir.
I'm Sensi from North Dakota. Brother Kane, sometimes I can just sit down and sometimes be scratching my head. But again, like I said earlier, the salted soup that Liberian people cooked a few months ago, now they're getting a taste of that soup. You know sometimes when you cook in the food, when you don't pay attention, you put penny salt there, and only that soup you get, you're forced to eat it. I don't care what you do, you're forced to eat that particular soup because of what you get. So the salted soup that Liberian people cooked a few months ago, that's what they're eating now. And they ain't getting any other soup to eat. They will eat that soup for the next 6 years. Excuse me, we had a lot of options in the election. A lot of options. Why are you bringing the people in that were there 12 years? They sat on there for 12 unbroken years. They do a lot of things. The papi admitted to, oh yeah, we scored this, we scored that, but you still decide to put him back. Then people around here crying. And the last thing I will come on the fire issue. Look, Brother Canning, let me tell you, a lot of people got gifts, but then sometimes they don't really realize it. I would say this to you. You have that gift because I remember you said this on the show one time, but people just laugh at it. And then we got to pay attention. And now we're seeing everything. We got to pay attention. They wish hunting business, Unity Party people not doing it just with a position. They're sending their local people to go and be doing anything. I think when you listen to the guy while the message, the fire started from behind the house. And then man can go behind the people and fence and show it or I know petrol bomb or whatever it is. They're doing this thing and they're attacking for that was Joseph and now that fanatic Kofa. We got to pay attention and people really got to come down hard. Come down hard on your people and say the truth. If they're doing the right thing, tell them they're doing the right thing, they're doing the wrong thing, you got to tell them. But our own people, they will be there suffering in zero hospital, water leaking on them, but they still healing the people there that are killing them and suffering them every day. Oh yeah, I'm a political leader. I was suffering that country here, brother. And thank you so much for this show. And I will tell you, you have a gift because guess what? You said about the fire, you talked about the fire thing a few months ago, but then we were like, oh, this is the other thing. Now it's coming to pass. Thank you.
Thank you. We wanted to go now. Then. Hello, caller. We're about to leave. Hello.
Hello, Sego.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Marie.
From Atlanta.
Yeah, this is Marie from Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, go ahead quickly. But you still have
not going to pray for Liberia.
You still have the something behind you. Okay, go ahead.
Because we've been praying for Liberia, sir.
Yeah, but you can't be listening to the stuff in the back. You got to listen to your phone only. So that way.
I'm not going to pray for Liberia because I've been praying for Liberia forever, for Liberia to get better. This fire thing is a government because they're trying to get rid of a lot of evidence. They talk about the war economic crime. Then the speaker house is on fire. So it's not normal. It's not normal. Why are they hating all the people that are working in the Senate? So I'm not praying for Liberia to get better. Liberia, the people that make their choices, they got to pray for Liberia. I'm tired of praying. I'm tired of fasting. I don't want my stomach, my intestine to start cutting into pieces, praying for Liberia, fasting for Liberia. That's all I got to say. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, man. What is that, Monk?
She's not going to destroy intestine for prayer.
Yeah, prayer can destroy your intestine. Or maybe that you're confusing yourself, right?
You're talking about the fasting now because of hunger strike.
So, yeah. Are you taking more calls? Because we got to.
Yeah. So,
back.
No. We got to close now. So, let our guy just close.
Yeah, so tomorrow, folks will be on as always. Mr. Kane said thanks to True FM and also Lawrence and the team. Monk, any parting comment from Lee?
Well, no parting comment. Just another better day on SKTV. We spoke on a lot of issue, and tomorrow the whole payroll thing and this whole system change. We'll talk about it tomorrow. We'll read that particular communication, like I said, from from CDC chairman, and we will make it so easy that the average person like bro should be able to understand, to get a sense as to what's going on, because it's going to be another huge problem with the payroll thing. And people, our people, they don't pay attention. They only listen for the sake of listening only. When we say these things, they can become more concerned when they happen instead of them being concerned when we're saying these things from the initial stage. And I guess how everything is in politics. When you say these things, they ain't know them. But then when the reality sets in, then they want to reflect. No, that's not how you do it. Whenever people make these predictions, pay attention to exactly what they are saying. Don't do it the opposite way around. And that's what we'll do tomorrow, God willing.
And again, not to cut you off, Monk, you're 100% right. We have some information to share, but we didn't want to come and talk about it to kind of like dilute the whole conversation. We have some information, very, very credible information on Prince Johnson. Again, we've always come here and enlighten Liberian people about when they have meeting, when they have conversation, when they make decision, we'll come here, we enlighten you on it ahead before they happen. But tomorrow we'll share it with you.
Thank you, Mr. Kane.
It's very serious.
Thank you. Lebon, anything before we go? You got anything for her?
Before we go, I just want to thank to all of us, the team, for making sure that we give our Liberian people all of the information they need to know or to hear. So again, to the fire business in Liberia, I think our government had to put all effort into making sure that at least the budget, especially when it comes to fire service or maybe fighting fire, that should be a little bit double up so that our people or maybe fire service fighter can be able to fight fire. Because mind you, though, we need some fire stations around the capital. You can be having, like for example, today, like the Painesville, right? Painesville don't even have even the substation yet. It's not even functioning. So all these things have to be doubled up. Thank you, and good night to all of you. I've really enjoyed the show, especially when it comes to the latest news talking about the fire incidents, because I've been receiving a couple of calls back to back, and even our own boss, liability, just enter and say, oh yes, I was listening to you people when you were talking about the fire incident, and that just so good. So I want to say thanks to the management. Good night from my end.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. I'll be seeing you in a little bit here.
Yeah.
We got to face things, but thank you. I'll leave you so you can close it.
Yeah, we're closing it now. Thank you so much. People, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around for over 2 hours, almost 2 hours 48 minutes. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless you all. And we love you all.